right, welcome everyone to Old Games on a Weekday. I'm Mark W. as always, and thank you to the introduction brought to us by Ezra Lip. He's a musician who, I don't know how the arrangement works, but more or less he licenses his music to YouTube for creators to use for free. I'm trying to stick to legit music lately. Hello in the chat to Eric and Ryan, two of our super regulars. Ryan says no man can escape his destiny to beat Nethack. Okay. All right, so yeah, I'm trying to do it today. Do it, lady. I don't know if anybody gets that reference, but let me just make a couple of last second adjustments here. Bear with me. I hate when the top of the window is visible. That's all good. It doesn't matter that much. Anyway, how are you guys doing tonight, Mr. Ryan and Eric and anybody else who might be hanging around? Yeah, so we're getting close to the end here. I'm trying to get to the end of the game tonight. I was, however, hope nobody hates me for what I'm about to say, but I realized in the downtime between last stream and this stream that it's going to be foolish of me to proceed without the wands of teleportation that I've been talking about. That, right? I want to go for the purple rain strategy, and on the final screen, the astral plane is when I'm going to employ that strategy. Also, it's good to have wands of teleportation anyway on that level. But the way the purple rain strategy works is you essentially summon purple worms, which are, imagine the worms from Dune, except maybe not quite as big, but they're still really nasty and can eat a person whole. And so the idea is you summon a bunch of them using a Cursed Scroll of Genocide, because Cursed Scroll of Genocide, rather than wiping out the specified creature, will summon a bunch of them. You summon a bunch of them, and there's multiple ways to play from here, but the way I'm going to do it is I tame them. I have the Charm Monster spell as well as Scrolls of Taming, so I make them my pets. And then the next step is you take, in the strategy, this is a documented thing that people in the community talk about. Next thing you do, you take a wand of teleportation and snap it like this. What that does is everybody in a small radius around you gets randomly teleported around the dungeon level. So the idea is you have these friendly to you, and therefore enemies to your enemies, man-eaters scattered about the level, chomp, 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 acting like Pac-Man, all up in that astral plane. And that's the way to thin the herd of the masses of angels and elementals and other horrible critters you have to face on that final screen. So I've had a painful scarcity of wands of teleportation in this game. I've only found this one single one. It has 8 charges, which is good, but only that single one. And, I was talking to some people on Reddit about this strategy. They recommend having a few, even if you want to do Purple Rain. So I'm going to go with get a few more. In other words, I'm going to waste some time backtracking, sort of. Not waste, it's going to be good preparation. One other use of the teleportation is, again, you have these mobs. It's like wall to wall of these really powerful angels and priests and random other stuff that the game throws at you at the last minute. And also there is the four horsemen of the apocalypse -1. So there's 3 of them. There's death, famine, and pestilence. The reason why war is missing is because the big twist is that your character turns out to be war. You represent war. You solve all your problems by killing others, I guess, in battle. But these 3 riders are nasty, and the way they work is if there's a crowd of guys around, they push their way through to the crowd. They move the angel aside and everything to get you. Anyway, where I'm going with this is it's really good to have a wand of teleportation, because you zap a straight line, and all the angels and horrible things just, you clear a path of them. It's like parting the Red Sea of angels, angels and other horrible things. And these are angels who hate you, by the way. They're not friendly, just to be clear. So it's good to have a lot of charges of that. So I guess I don't need to justify it any further. I decided I'm going to do this. Now, when I was polypiling, you guys might remember like 5 or 6 streams ago, I was engaging in the strategy called polypiling. That's when you zap a wand of polymorph at piles of objects to transform them into random other things of the same type. That's the basic idea. And I read in here somewhere that you don't want to do it with wands, and I don't really know polypiling too well. It's not a strategy I've employed a lot in the past. So I kind of just glossed over that and said, all right, I'm not going to bother polypiling wands. And that's because, as you can see here, their quality degrades. Long story short, someone on Reddit said it's a good idea to do it to try to get these wands of teleportation. Because what happens is, even though the quality degrades, if you have a whole bunch of crap wands, you can just do it. What it means by quality degrading is it may count as if it had been recharged. So wands have a limit of recharging. Most of them have a limit of, I don't know, I think 7 is the hard limit. And each time that you recharge it, there's a chance of it exploding. Yeah, this is it. Something like this. I'm not going to stress over it. Wands of Wishing are a special case, though. So in other words, I can get a whole bunch of junk wands and try to get some teleportation. Another thing worth mentioning is when you snap a wand of teleportation, you have that effect I mentioned where you teleport everybody in a radius around you. But on top of that, as you can see here, it does damage. So the explosion, the resulting explosion deals anywhere between 1 and 4 times the number of charges that remained in the wand at the time you broke it. So if it has 8 charges, it's going to be somewhere between 1 and 32 damage. Anyway, I guess the point here is it's good to have some, even if they're low on charges. You can break the one with the low charges. I don't want to kill my purple worm pets. So in that case, for that purpose, I actually want to have a low number of charges. Ryan says you need to beat this doing a no wiki run challenge. Maybe eventually in my retirement. I don't know. So here's some homework I did. This is ridiculous. I know. Some people might say I'm over preparing, but I think I need to do this. I went back and watched my previous stream. You know, it gets archived automatically by YouTube. And I took note of how many wands I saw visually. I didn't scour the whole map, but per level. So I'm on level 15 right now, which you can see right over here. Dungeon level 15. And long story short, I took account of how many wands are on each level if I backtrack. I'm going to backtrack all the way to level 29, which is the castle, because there is what look to be about 9 or more wands lying around. And the idea again with polypiling is you want a whole bunch of the junk, and each one will shuffle into something else random. And so I'm going to go all the way as far back as level 29, essentially. One concern I have is the Medusa level is annoying. I think I'll be fine, but there's that horde of gremlins that I keep being concerned about because I accidentally killed some before. I think everybody who's been following this series remembers the pain of accidentally killing some gremlins. I think I'll be fine as long as they don't accidentally kill them, but they do kind of block the way sometimes. So this is what I'm going to do. And yeah, Dan said, hey, Dan, by the way, according to your thumbnail, do or do not, there is no try. Yeah, but since I decided I'm going to do this first, I have to sadly say there is a chance I might not finish tonight. But I'm going to do my best. Then without further ado, why don't we get to running down the levels? So the idea is I'm going to run all the way to 29 and not further down below that, because that's enough. I'll have, again, looking at this, I should be able to get, there's 2 that were out in the open, 2 wands, and 7 I saw in a pile. There's 1 on 28, 1 here, 1 there, 1, 2. Basically, I should be able to get something like 15 wands, and then I can polypile away. And, you know, I think my goal will be to get at least 2 more wands of teleport, hopefully 3 or 4 more. But we'll see how it goes. If I do like 1 batch of polypiling and I get like 5 right away, sure, I'll collect them and come back up the stairs. So, without further ado, let's go and reverse course. Now, this does waste time in real life as well as in the game. You know, I do have to deal with the, not this owl bear, apparently. No, I do have to deal with the annoyance of the Wizard of Yendor doing his harassment every so many turns, right? I think it's we looked it up before, something like between 50 and 300 turns each time, I think. I'm just going to clear this orange dragon out of the way. So, you know, that's a downside of this as well. Ideally, I would have done this beforehand. I would have thought of it. And for a little context, in case those who didn't those didn't, in case anybody didn't watch the last stream, I dang it, this golden naga tried to curse me. I was just cruising up a whole bunch of levels last time. I went up about 30 or 40 levels after obtaining the Amulet of Yendor. All right, I killed the golden naga. But you know what? You kind of go up and down most of these levels super fast just to deal with the occasional jerko in the way. So the first level I'm going to pick up a wand on is 21. I'm at 18 right now. What's this? A nurse. Oh, I'm just going to kill the nurses at this point. Yeah, remember, that's what I said before. Because at this point, I don't want to be caught with my pants down. Oh, God. Black pudding, but I'm teleporting. Good. I don't want to be caught with my pants down when the Wizard of Yendor shows up and summons, I don't know, horrible nasties, right? We don't want to do that. So I'm not... Oh, speaking of the devil. The Wizard of Yendor just showed up and summoned horrible nasties. So, yeah, if I had just then decided to be naked around the nurse, try to get my max HP up, I'd be in a jam right now. And Eric says, yeah, keep your pants on stream. I mean, technically you can only see from here up. And Ryan says monsters are real jerkos. Sure. Anyway, let's check out the nasties around me. I mean, most of these aren't really going to cause any trouble. I'm badass, if I do say so myself. The wizard himself is not here, though. This is an Elven King. Sometimes it's easy to be sloppy and think an Elven King, which the wizard sometimes summons, is actually the wizard himself. So really, I just have to look at what's going to cause me the most trouble here. I don't even think any of these are going to cause me trouble. All right, so let's just start zapping with magic missiles. I'll go downward. All right, hit whatever's behind the Elven King after I killed it. I mean, I guess technically the vampire bat, if it's an actual vampire, is probably the worst threat. Because it could always get a lucky hit and drain my level. But honestly, it'd be better if I can get out of this, out of being surrounded. It's not ideal to be surrounded ever. I could just charm some of these guys too. I can pretty much cast charm monster infinitely. Let's just do it for the fun of it. The neighborhood's friendlier. Okay, so this dragon and this Eliax, which is a kind of angel, are now on my side. The captain is peaceful, by the way. I just noticed that. Let's zap the Zorn at the upper left of me. Orange dragon drops a potion. What do you got there, dragon? Invisibility. Okay, I don't really need that. I'm just stabbing the Zorn. Poison gas crap. Green dragon hits. Is it in the cloud? Yeah, I can't see it through the cloud. That's interesting. All right. Green dragon and what's that? A silver dragon? Yeah, I'm just kind of tanking them. I'm just kind of being stupidly afraid of my magic missile hitting a peaceful guy because I made them peaceful. It's probably not the biggest deal if that happens. I got a potion to gain level. That can help me rise in the ranks. I actually didn't use the other cursed one I have. I want to make this one cursed because that lets you rise up a level physically. Jeez, Coatl. I'm just going to get out of here. Oh, gremlin. Is that a friendly gremlin? Yes. All right, let's just get out of here. All right. So I'm on level 20. And 21 is where I'm first going to start collecting wand. Oh, there's a wand here, actually. I must have missed it when I was reviewing my notes, so to speak. All right, let's go get that one. Hey, Arturo is here, and he says, wait, you guys think he wears pants when he streams? Oh, there's 4 wands here. Beautiful. That's already fantastic. Don't tell him my secrets, though, Arturo. Don't tell everybody my my shame. Teleportation kicked in. That's always good. I have teleportitis for those who aren't following. That's when you randomly teleport once in a while. Plus, I have the innate ability to teleport control. So every time the random teleportitis kicks in, I can just choose where I go. It's quite a good combination. But you can't do it on some levels. That's because the game couldn't be that easy, right? Gelatinous cube. Don't touch me, gelatinous cube. Let's kill it. I'm going to eat it. Just... Oh, why am I a burden? What happened? Oh, is it just from the potion to gain level? Oh, it's probably these wands, right? Okay. I have to think about how I want to play it. I don't want to run around burdened. I can put wands in the bag of holding. I have to be super careful I don't put the cancellation wand in the bag of holding. That's a classic. Not that I'd ever do that, right? All right, I'm going to do it. Wands. Going to put in digging, striking, cold, not cancellation. The other digging, how about? Slow monster. Cancellation is not selected, and I'm going to hit enter. All right, cool. Unencumbered. Oh. Well, that wand's not there anymore. Okay. Sergeant. Let's kill it. Sergeant Slaughter. I am not satiated anymore, so I might as well eat a K ration that's on the floor or something. Uncursed Bell. Here's another wand. So I have 5 wands on this trip already. Titanotheer. Oh. Going toe-to-toe with like a giant dinosaur-like creature there. Just for those who are following along. Wait, where the heck are the downstairs? They're there. How's it going with you, Mr. Arturo? Now, Arturo's already experienced in watching me beat Nethack on stream. As is Ryan here. I've only done it once in my life, actually. But those two were watching at the time. Which level I'm on now? 22. That I did not take note of any on this level. I didn't see any when I was watching my replay. Sometimes there's these piles, and they could be in the piles. But that's all right. I'm just going to maybe check a convenient one like this, but not check every single pile. All right. And now I'm on 23. There's on level 24, there is 1 lying around and 1 in a pile. That's according to my notes. Rothe. Rothe. I never knew how to say that. Who's that? Incubus. Whoa. Okay, we got nasties again. Just randomly summoned. Green slime. We're going to step away from the green slime and the ochre jelly. Okay, that's at least I'm a lot faster than them. Let's blast them with magic missile, as one does. Green slime is dead. That's super important. That was my biggest concern. Winged gargoyle is hit. Okay, the vampire lord is here. Get rid of ochre jelly. Vampire lord can eat it. He drinks a potion of full healing, that jerk. Get out of my face. All right, enough magic missile there. Yeah, so this Amulet of Yendor makes all my spells cost extra. That's why it says you feel the amulet draining your energy away. So that's a little bit unfortunate. But we deal, right? I've always had an abundance of power, which is the fuel for your spells up here. So, you know, it might be on the final level. It might be the case that in the final level, I'm blasting spells all over the place. I might have to be concerned about running out, maybe. Vampire Lord again. Can never be just an innocent vampire bat, can it? Yeah, you know, after a while, some of these tougher monsters take a lot of magic missile blasts to kill. Didn't I see a wand here? Didn't move. Wand of magic missile, wand of striking. Cool. I'm burdened once again. Want to make visible. This might be enough to start, honestly. What have we got, like 8 or 9 new wands that I don't really care about? How many polymorph charges do I have? That might be something to check into. I have, it looks like I got 7 wands of polymorph charges, 4 and 3. Also, I think I've been overstashing wands of digging because you need digging. It's very important on the earth elemental plane, the first one you hit when you leave the dungeon. But here's the thing. The game makes sure you have enough. It gives you a minotaur you kill who has a wand of digging. It gives you somebody else who has a pickaxe. And also the Wizard of Yendor always shows up holding a spell book of the dig spell. So I can just learn the dig spell. And then I don't need the wands of digging. But Ryan says, good to see my favorite wands of digging. I remember, like, when I was new to this game, I thought the pickaxe was overpowered. Like, whoa, you could just steal from the shopkeeper and stuff. I guess as long as I'm doing this trip, I'll go down to 29. I'm already at 24. But let's deal with the burdenedness. And again, gotta put wands in the... this is nerve-wracking. Do not touch the wand of cancellation. You know what? Before I do that, I'm going to hit escape and do some identifications. Another identification. And print identification, please. All right, wands. I'll put in striking, magic missile, other striking, make invisible, and not cancellation. I am moving my finger over to enter. Cancellation is not hit. All right. So we might have like 20 wands or something by the time I'm done with this little excursion. All right, we're on 25 now. Nothing on this level. The next one is, unfortunately, the Medusa's lair. That's kind of my biggest concern about this little trip I'm making. I kind of mentioned that already. The gremlins. Stupid gremlins. And also, it's just a little nerve-wracking every time you have to go over all this water. I'll put on my my ring of levitation, so it shouldn't be a problem. Yet somehow it's a little nerve-wracking. All right, so we're going to put on... I have to remove something. What do I have? Slow digestion and free action. I will remove slow digestion. By the way, that's part of the... This is also part of the Purple Rain strategy, because as soon as you summon... I don't know how absolutely necessary it is, but when you summon those purple worms, if they're not your pals yet, they're not your pets yet, if one of them decides to eat you, they can do that, and you have to kill them. But if you have a ring of slow digestion, they put you in their mouth. They put you in their mouth for a moment, then spit you out, because slow digestion apparently ruins their digestion of you. So that's good to have on before I do the Purple Rain strategy. Anyway, ring of levitation. Confirming levitation status is on. Let's get past these dumb gremlins. Stupid rust monster. Oh, there is one in my notes. There's one wand in a pile here. Maybe it's one of these piles right here, actually. Yeah, wand of create monster. Oh, there's two. There's one there's a magic missile wand here, and the other one had wand of create monster. I'm having a doubt. How do I confirm there's no water on these squares? I do this. All right. Showing terrain. All right, so I'm going to remove my... I say that because you cannot pick up objects while you're levitating. So you have to remove levitation. Let's pick up magic missile wand. Right one. Pick up wand of create monster. Let's levitate. Identify. All right. Put them in ye old bag. Here's the nerve-wracking part again. Magic missile and create monster. Cancellation is not going in. I'm pressing enter. All right, I'm unencumbered. I am going to put on levitation again. Levitation status is on. Let's roll. Hello, dragon. What are these dragons harassing me? Jeez. I'm kind of afraid to blast my magic missiles because I don't feel like tracing. Is the line gonna hit a gremlin, and how many spaces away is it? And you know, there's like a random range to it too, by the way. And it's adjusted by each monster your ray blasts through. So it's a little complicated. So I just kind of don't want them to be lined up. Anyway, I'm still levitating. This is going fine. Somebody threw something at me. What is this? Storm giant being a jerk? Okay. So the what you see about that, you being aware of your surrounding things, you sense your surroundings. The Amulet of Yendor does it. Whoa. Some more gems for my stash. Okay. So for those who haven't heard my strategy about wealth, you get more points when you win the game if you have a lot of riches, a lot of treasure. But I decided to only carry gems out for this play and not gold coins because they're just too heavy. Okay, so that, yeah, I mean, that giant could not have been in the water. Just wanted to make sure though. All right, so here I am. I'm going to remove levitation and pick up all the valuable gems. Not the storm giant corpse. And they can go into the bag. Holy, everything but the luck stone is going in. All right, put on levitation. Confirm lev status is on. And let's roll again. Never mash the directions. I have to remind myself. That's like one of the key bits of the key tips that I had to kind of untrain myself to do after years of playing this game. Anytime you find yourself mashing a directional key, you can get surprised and killed or run into something horrible that you should not have, etc., etc. You have to take your time or use commands that let you safely move multiple spaces. You don't want to be mashing a direction. There's a hole here because that Aliax just tried to escape from me with a wand of digging. It did escape from me, by the way. Okay, let's remove levitation. Go down the stairs. All right, so this is level 27. I'm going only down to 29, and then I'm gonna reverse course again. There is one wand on this level, and you can see it right here. Now the pathfinding is terrible when you use it in a labyrinthine kind of place like this, because it'll try to reroute you around traps and stuff. I don't know what it's doing, but it'll like make you go the wrong way and then hit a dead end. This should be the path I take, I believe. Yeah. All right. So I'll just follow the red brick, the red line. Oh, geez. Okay. So the Wizard of Yendor woke up again. Gremlin who is not peaceful must be eliminated immediately. Let's cast the death spell with my red scribble on the screen. Finger of death. Sorry, Gremlin. All right. Can't risk it with you. And let's kill this fire elemental and Ogre King with my basic magic missile. Killed and killed. Who's this number 5? Winged gargoyle here. Let's zap that with a magic missile. Number 5 is a minotaur. Okay. It's going all right so far. Summon nasties. A Zan. Etin. Who are you? Guardian Naga. Okay. I'm in a pit. You hear something crashing through the somebody again. I think it's that same. I suspect it's the same Aliax right here. Just you hear a nearby zap. Somebody zapped the wand and made a hole and escaped again. that Aliax is terrified of me. It's like, oh crap, he's back. I accidentally erased my red scrawl, but I think I'll be okay. To find my way over to the wand. Or do you want to be teleported? Cool. Teleportation kicked in. That's always nice. Small mimic. Cannot reach the floor. All right. Wand of make invisible. I mean, at some point I might have to accept being temporarily burdened with all these wands. I'm going to be junking most of them. Only putting in, well, let's identify first. Wand of make invisible. Apply capital Y. Put it in. Capital Y being my bag of holding. I'll put in the wand of make invisible. Not cancellation. Go. I'm still burdened. I think I just have to accept that for now. It's fine. Not a big deal. For a very temporary measure. Here's a wand on this level. Oh. Got a winter wolf being a jerk. All right, we got another crappy wand of digging. Let's check these piles quick because they're right here. No wands there. I'm in a pit. Great. Ah, she's nasties again. Elf Lord, Ochre Jelly, Belucatherium, Elf Lord, Black Darian. Magic. Okay, that's not a nasty. That's a used magic marker that I already recharged. Okay, only the Ochre Jelly is a threat because it can like corrode my crap. Basically. Alright, it's dead. It's not great being slow, but I'll just deal with it for now. Slow because I'm burdened. It's okay to temporarily be burdened, but as a general rule, don't just say, oh, I'm okay being burdened as my general, you know, what's the word? Status quo sort of thing. It shouldn't be the normal way you're operating. Your normal MO, let's put it that way. Really? Another Amulet of Life Saving? Number 5. I can't just not get it. I mean, but geez, I have one of them around my neck right now. And if you look in my bag of holding, I have 3 more. And I just found another one. I've never gotten more than probably like 2 at once before. Now I have 5, is it? Did I say? Yeah, I have 5 of them. All right. Well, I have 5 extra lives essentially. So, what am I doing? I'm going to go down the stairs, I think. I just wanted to check these piles quick for wands when the nasties showed up. I gotta not walk into pit. It's hard to notice, like remember where certain things are if they're covered by objects. All right, let's go down. All right, so this is the final level of this excursion to acquire wands. And we'll do some polypiling of the wands, then wrap up this excursion, get back on track. But yeah, there are, according to my notes, 2 lying around on top, like by themselves, like this, and there are 7 in a pile. I think it was one of these around here. There might be a few more as well, but I think at that point that's enough. So let's put on levitation because there's a lot of water. I can leave it for the moment. I just have to not forget. Oh, here's another wand. Cool. And what's in this bag of holding? Loot, the bag of holding. Gold pieces. Yeah, I'm not going for gold pieces. I might get just a few because I was reading the wiki and I learned that some people, like, without getting too into how the plane of water level works, it can be useful to drop a coin just to use as a marker here and there. Maybe it'll become apparent later. But I'm just gonna pick up like 10 coins. That should be enough. So 10. It'll weigh like nothing if I'm only getting like 10. Good one, Dan. Dan says I need 4 more amulets of life saving before I become a cat. Well, does my regular life count? Maybe I only need 8 extra lives plus my regular human life or elven life. And Ryan asks the question, there's enough ASCII symbols that they didn't need to repeat any to represent things. Well, each one is like a whole category, right? Like, for example, I don't know, like // is wands, but it's not, all the different kinds of wands fall under that. Or like, capital F is a fungus monster, and that can mean all different kinds of things. Or @ symbol is a human, or an elf, but all different kinds of things. But yeah, they reuse them, but they're sort of classifications of things and creatures. All right, levitation is on again. Confirming status. Boom. This is just so I can go over the moats safely. I'm checking out piles as I go. I guess I'm not satiated once again, so I might as well eat some more random food on the floor. That's the best kind of food. Food on the floor. Just confirm there's no water on the square. I will eat a sea ration. Yummy, yummy. Put back on levitation. Confirm it's on. Hey there, Verdant Sun. Who asks, you at the castle right now? Yes, I am. Only because I decided I want to backtrack a bit and collect a bunch of wands in order to polypile them and get some wands of teleportation. These are wraiths who showed up. So this has the mother load of wands. At this level, I left about 9 wands lying around. And so I'm going to get those in addition to the already like 9 or so I picked up, and that should be a great amount of polypile fodder. And then we'll get some teleportation wands out of the effort, hopefully. Then we'll get back on course. I'm kind of glad this is going, well, I have to see how the polypiling effort goes. But so far, this has been going pretty quickly. So there's my mother load right there. Oh, yeah. All right, that should be enough. But yeah, hopefully the polypiling effort itself doesn't take me like an hour. I don't think it should. Who's this creepy number 5? Let's put a moist towel on my head and see. Look at this section. That's interesting. Bunch of fire giants and Mordor orcs just hiding out in the little passageway there. This is a large mimic, giant mimic, and this is a mastodon. All right, so we're fine. Let's do it. I'm going to unblindfold myself. I'm going to make some piles of wands. I don't want to get too crazy into min-maxing that, but I should remind myself a little bit about how it works. Because basically, the more stuff you put in one pile, the more, I don't know, problems you have, sort of. And when the wand explodes, I don't know if it'll trigger exploding other wands. Yeah, so the probability of item loss, the more stuff you put in the stack, the greater chance you just kind of blow up the entire stack. And sometimes it turns into a golem even. Like you actually turn the, the pile of iron into an iron golem, for example, accidentally. All right, so for stacks, see, here's the thing. The wand is special. I avoided polypiling wands at all before because I got the impression it wasn't safe. But it says the probability of an item stack undergoing system shock depends on its blessed, uncursed, cursed status, unless it's a wand, and its size as follows. Okay, first, all right. A wand of any blessed, uncursed, cursed status or stack of any cursed item is 1/3. Okay. That's for each. The item stack would go. All right. So essentially, I want to spread them out. But how far will the polymorph ray even go is the question. I think you don't. I think there's a random element to how far the rays get blasted. Let me just remind myself of that. And oh, okay, 7 to 13 squares. So that's pretty good. I could put like maybe, I don't know, 2 on each square for maybe 8 of them. Another row of 8 piles of 2 each. That's pretty good. I think I have something like I think that works out enough, basically. And Verdant Sun asks, how Amulet of Yendor harassment has been going? They've been going fine. The I just got like 3 or 4 different summon nasty spells in my face, but they were not any trouble to handle. I had a couple of, I should take out that gremlin right away moments, or take out that green slime right away. But there was no problem really. I'm gonna identify stuff just because I feel I should. Oh, that wand of striking has no charge, but that's okay. Neither does that one. All right. Another nice wand of digging. Blessed wand of cold. All right, let's take out the wands that I want to drop as well. Yeah, I mean, so much to drop here. And again, now that I understand a little bit how a little bit more about how the earth plane that I'm going to hit later works, I don't really feel like I need to stash so many wands of digging I'm probably fine with just one. Even then, again, the Wizard of Yender always shows up when you start the Earth plane, and he's always holding a spell book of the dig spell. So I feel like I might as well just get that. Anyway, I do want to keep one Wand of Fire, I think, for possibly engraving Elbereth. A lot of these things are, I tend to go for, I tend to think like, oh, it'd be nice to have sleep sometime maybe, but yeah, I'm gonna take those out. Oh, I can't accommodate anymore. Right, all right, let's start making the row of crap. How do I want to do this? Start over here. So I was gonna drop 2 at a time. Let's start with fire and lightning. We'll do the empty striking and the crappy digging. Let's do another empty striking and create monster. This is fun. I hope this works out. Crappy cold, create monster. Not casting spells, Mark. Wand of Digging with only 2 charges and enlightenment. Crappy striking, crappy cold. How many squares is this now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least one more. I said I was going to do 8. I'm just taking a little bit of a risk. The Wand of Cold I don't care about. Another Wand of Digging. And I can take out more junk from my bag at this point. Don't care about opening. Don't care about a lot of these. Another striking. Let's get rid of. Should I just go with that? Is there any harm to making I guess even if the ray from the polymorph wand doesn't hit some of them, it might. So I might as well just keep adding to the pile. However, adding to the row, I mean, but there is a problem of 77 rocks right here. I need to move them. All right, let's pick them up. All right. Yeah, I'm going to drop some more, in other words. I'm going to do, like, I don't know, at least 2 more spaces. I guess 2 more, and then I'm good. Let's take out more junk again, though. Yeah, I got so much junk. Not the Wand of Wishing. I want to keep that one. Turn Undead, I'm not going to use. And the crappy striking here. Slow Monster. Magic Missile. Drop Digging and Magic Missile here. I'll do another row here, another pile that is striking and slow monster. All right, here we go. I'm gonna blast it. Verdant Sun says, I'm on a wizard run, about to versus Wizard of Yender for the first time. Oh, cool. Low key scared of the consequences. Oh well, congrats for making it that far for the first time. It's always exciting in NetHack when you hit a certain checkpoint for the first time. I'm actually super excited to hopefully get to the end game for the second time in my life. All right, let's do some polymorphing. Polypiling. Take out the Wand of Polymorph with 3 charges. Here we go. Ready? Zap to the right. Okay, I didn't see any shuddering or anything, so that's a promising thing. This pile now has Enlightenment and Striking, Probing and Lightning, Magic Missile, Speed Monster, Probing and Digging, Striking and Cold. And I think it didn't hit this far, possibly. Anyway, Enlightenment and Digging, Create Monster and Cold, Create Monster and Striking, Striking and Digging. Oh yeah, all right. So not great, but it's a start. Probing is actually pretty cool for the final screen. I have one already, but I might want to see if one of these has more charges. I have 4 in my current one. Okay, this one has 1 recharge and it has 5 charge. Let's check the other one to probing that I got. That's one of the things. It's very likely to increment the recharge counter on the wands, and that in turn determines the probability of it blowing up when I when I polypile it, when I polymorph it. Blessed Wand of Probing. I guess I might as well keep that one, let's say. Blessed Wand of Probing. I'm not selecting. Cancellation is not selected. And I'm going to keep going with this silliness. I might have some explosions, and that's fine. I'll survive. But again, I'm going to put 2 per square because that seems okay. Oh, who's this guy? A flaming sphere. Let's get rid of that. Okay. I'll drop a... Oh, another Wand of Probing they don't care about. I might blast from right to left this time just to sort of spread out the extra recharging that I'm doing. Turn Undead can get dropped here. All right, I guess I'll just zap it now. Polymorph is capital L to the left. Something shuddered. Oh, it looks like I looks like I destroyed two piles of wands. Ooh, okay. Not Poly Pocket, Ryan. Want 2 wands of cancellation right here. Jeez. Wand of light, wand of cold, striking and cold, undead turning, digging. All right. So far, this has not been that great. That's okay. We got to keep trying. Let's move these guys in the line of fire. Who are you? Oh, I might have turned those wands into clay golems. That's why the two clay golems appeared. Did it mention that? I didn't mention clay golems being formed. All right, so let's drop some more wands. Don't care about lightning. Another digging. I don't care about magic missile. Make invisible. Yeah, make invisible sucks. For me right now, at least. All right, I guess let's do it again. The last charge for this wand of polymorph, but I have another. Okay, we have light and striking. Light and light. Teleportation. Thank you. That's what I've been looking for. Make invis and make invis. It seems like it didn't hit those. It seems like the range on this polymorph ray isn't really going as far as I would think it would. I wonder if hitting the objects slows it down. That might be it. Most things, the rays slow down when they hit a monster, but I guess because polymorph hits, affects objects, that might slow it down. Anyway, let's identify wand of teleportation, 7 charges. Cool. Definitely holding on to that. All right, so far progress. Hey, honey, my wife Emily is in the house. She says, good night, honey. Good luck with the game. I'm off to bed. Okay, good night, honey. I'll talk to you tomorrow. And Verdant Sun says, make invisible is useless. Only use it for the pet. All right, yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of garbage. What were all these 5s who were popping up here? Okay, some storm giants. Guess I might as well take care of them. Just threw blindness potions at me. All right, let's just zap it. Wield a broadsword. They're putting on armor and stuff while I'm zapping them with these deadly magic missiles. All right. Takes care of that. Okay, yeah, so 1 teleportation is a start. I can dump my... Actually, I can add this old polymorph wand to the pile, I think. I almost feel like there might be a special case of you cannot... it should be okay. Like, I was starting to wonder, wait, if you try to polymorph a polymorph wand, is there some special case that that doesn't work and explodes? I think it should be okay. I'm going to take a quick look anyway. Through the polypiling, I don't know. Maybe I want to look in the wand of polymorph entry. Boo, boo, boo. Oh, here we go. Artifacts resist 19/20th of the time. While other items resist 1/20th of the time. Wands of Polymorph themselves and other stuff are all completely immune to beams from the wand. Oh, you know what? This thing does a beam, not a ray, which is actually different. So the range is different for one thing. For each square object affected, the range decreases by 1. I think that means square containing object. All right, so that explains why it wasn't really going as far as I'd anticipated. So for one thing, it's a beam, not a ray. So the range is a little lower. And for the other thing, each time it hits a square with stuff and it, whatever it rolled, 6 to 13, that range roll, it gets decremented by an extra point. And Ryan says, what an exciting season finale to NetHack. Guest star cameos and everything. Yeah. All right. Well, let's dump this unused Wand of Polymorph then. I mean, uncharged. I don't think I see myself recharging it. I'll take out my other one. I guess if I need it right now, I might charge. Do I have any scrolls of charging for that matter? I'm thinking of wishing for one. I have a blessed scroll of charging. Okay. I would have to really consider if I do really want to use it right here. I might not. Okay, let's just I don't know, let's again, it's only going to be like a range of 6 to 13 and each pile of stuff decremented. So basically the max, if let's say I shoot it left right now, it would be 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but it would be decremented each one by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I think the max would be here if I roll a 13, basically. I think that's how the logic would work. Anyway, let's keep dumping junk, I guess. I don't know, drop cold right here. Yeah, I'm gonna go from here and yeah, from here and zap it left. Okay, I got cold and ding. Here comes a tiger just to mess with me. Hello, tiger. Hey there, tiger. You want to fight me? I'll eat him because I'm not satiated once again. We got light and make invis, secret door detection and light, digging, magic missile, speed monster, probing lightning. All right. It's a little bit disappointing. I only got like 3 charges left to polymorph. I don't think I want to resort to charging it. Well, I got one teleport one so far. That's something. I think I'm gonna remove all the ones that have 1 recharge because that increases the probability that they're just gonna disintegrate. I want to get things that will not disintegrate. So these 2 guys have 1 charge each. I'm not gonna put them down. Probing has 1 recharge. Get that out of the way. How about the Wand of Lightning? That has 1 recharge already. What about these guys? Identify them. Yeah, they have 1 charging too. Just picking up everything that already has 1 charge on it, 1 recharge. Have them too. I think maybe everything on the ground at this point. The make invis has 0, so there's that. This wand light, okay, that's a good one to drop. Okay. This wand of digging has 2 recharges already. That wand of light has 2. This one has 2, but 14 charges. I can't carry anymore. All right, so let's drop a pile of already recharged wands, I guess. Except keeping teleportation, obviously. Yeah. I mean, I guess if I run out of other fodder to use with no recharges, I could throw some of these into the mix. I'm keeping probing. All right. Oh, these guys I have to pick up. Yeah, they'll have 2 recharges each. Okay. So I got 2 things on the ground with 0 so far. All right, let's see. I can take out more wands. I'm going to take out everything except the ones I'm absolutely sure I'm keeping. Death I'm keeping, wishing I'm keeping. I guess I can risk this probing. I don't need too many probes. I'll keep the one with 1-5. Secret door detection I want to keep. That's useful in the end game. So I'm going to use some of these as fodder. Poly fodder. So where to start? Fire and magic missile right here. I might want to pile like maybe 1 or 2 more in a space. I don't know. Maybe 1 more. Digging. Fire. Sleep. Striking. Yeah, because I have the probing with 1 recharge. I'll just drop the one that has 0. I'm not going to need a lot of probing charges for the last screen, but it helps you identify the alignment of the high priests that you'll find, so you know you're going to the right altar before having to like chat with them. You can chat with them, and if they ask you for a donation, you know that they're co-aligned. All right, so I dropped fire and probing here, striking and light, sleep and make invis, magic missile and fire, digging and fire. Let's do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to zap polymorph to the left. Oh, that killed something right there. All right. That's unfortunate. Magic missile, sleep and probing, secret door detection and make invis, probing and cold. All right, this is going less well than I was hoping, but at least I got one teleportation so far. Okay. That wand of probing has 7 charges. Nonetheless, I am going to make it fodder once again. All right, I mean, I guess I have to use some of the ones that have 1 charge at this point. I'm running out of things with 0. That I'm willing to sacrifice, that is. Yeah. The secret door detection I got is 1. All right, I'm going to keep the one that has 0-15 because that's awesome. All right, so yeah, this is going fantastic. Well, what can you do? I mean, it might be enough. I'll have 1 wand of teleportation to break and zap the worms around. I'll have 1 to do my thinning of the herd. It'd be good to have 1 or 2 more at least, but at least I'll be able to do both things, right? Break 1 wand and use the other to thin the herd. But anyway, who knows? I might get 1 more yet. Oh, I just got cursed by the Wizard of Yendor. He did his periodic harassment. You notice a black glow surrounding you, but Magic Bane canceled that 95% of the time. Thank you, Magic Bane. You're awesome. I'm going to actually not sacrifice that probing. I want that one. I'll drop the blessed wand of probing. Red Dragon breathes fire. Where did you come from? All right. Should I just blast this? What else can I drop? Magic missile. Sure, you can go in the pile. Everybody back to the pile. Who knows that reference? Everyone back to the pile. Okay, I guess I'll go with that one. Ryan says, in my mind, the wizard sounds like Skeletor. That was my Skeletor impression, by the way. Make invis. Why didn't I drop that? Okay. All right, let's zap. I'm having low hope for any other wands of teleport here. I guess I might as well put these ones in the path, even though they suck. Oh, I got a lot here, don't I? In this pile. All right, let's go with that. Zap. Polymorph to the right. Cancellation. Pine Wand. It's the one I haven't even seen before. That's interesting. Let's identify. It is Wand of Locking. Okay, garbage. Make invisible. Striking and magic missile. Slow monster. Digging and lightning. All right. Whoa, there's like a horde of fire giants. Something like, hey, hey, buddy. Hey, buddy, boy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy, baby, boy. All right, they're dead. Who are you? Elf Lord. Okay, don't take my wands, please. I'm doing an experiment. I'm doing science here. Yeah, man, science. All right, at this point, I don't even care about the number of recharges. I'm just gonna do stuff. Disappointing. Verdant says next update should have a horde of titans. Oh, is that a new thing in the next version of the game? They're adding titans or something? Sorry, I don't know. Maybe I'm just misunderstanding what you're saying. No, get out of here. You're in my way, you jerk. Oh, it's all this stuff. We got some garnets. As long as I'm hoarding some gems, I might as well grab a garnet. As long as I'm no longer satiated, I will eat not the fire giant corpse, but the sea ration. Okay. All right. Let's just do a zap, I guess. Oh, Wand of Light with 0. I can drop somewhere around here. It doesn't have 0. It has 2 recharges. Fine, whatever. Here comes a polymorph. My last one. Feel shuddering vibrations. We got. You know what? I can always rest. WREST. One more usage out of both of these wands of polymorph I just used up. Wand of Fire. Teleport. All right. Sleep. Teleport. Oh, okay. Now we're in business. Yeah. Make invis. I'm going to call that good. Who's throwing knives at me? A lieutenant? Lieutenant, as they say in the UK. They put an F in there for some reason. All right. Yeah. How many do we got now? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm calling that good enough. 4 wands of teleport. Very nice. And Verdant Suns is just a joke. Increased difficulty. Okay, like ever increasingly more difficult monsters are coming after me. It does seem like that. All right. So now I just have to manage all this weight. Cool. I'm satisfied. You know, that last blast did the trick. I don't really plan on using polymorph for anything else, but it might be good to hold on to one of the 0 charge ones just in case I want to charge it. I hate when I get too much into just in case, but that's what I do. Okay, we're putting in teleport, polymorph, teleport, not cancellation. I'll leave one teleport on my person. Probing. I don't need that striking. Yeah, I'm dropping the striking for sure. I'm no longer encumbered. Woohoo. Dan was gonna say, not a great night at the Polymorph Casino. Then you hit the jackpot last round. Yeah, it was my last coin, my last pull of the arm. I pulled it off, and now I'm addicted. I'm officially a gambling addict. I don't think because I lost like 6 times and won once. That means my luck is turning, and I'll keep feeding the machine with quarters. Or whatever the heck they just use. I went to a casino only once, and it was like the year, I don't know, 2007 or something. You just put your card in that keeps track of your money, and you don't even need to pull a physical mechanical arm. You press a button, and then you see you lost. Press a button, I lost. Press a button, I lost. And there's like rows of these old people, not only old people, but mostly just doing that. But some of them prefer the old-fashioned way. They pull the mechanical arm, even though it just activates the same thing. Anyway, all right, so I'm not burdened anymore. I'm just kind of hair under like usual. I might need to reevaluate that at some point, because before I get to the basically before I get right to the end game, I want to have a whole bunch of certain things on my person, so I don't have to shuffle through the equipment. Pulling the arm is too difficult, says Ryan. Yeah, so they have the button. By the way, some of my preparation notes, I was thinking about everything I can do here to prepare. One of the things I want to do is learn the jumping spell. And I have just one magic marker that's practically dry. It has 12 charges, but the jumping spell only costs somewhere between 5 and 9 charges because it's considered not a powerful spell, really, I guess. And I have one with 19 charges. So I should be able to do that, get jumping, which is really great on the final screen because, again, you're trying to just get through these hordes. So you zap them on to teleport to clear a path, and then you jump just to maximize your moves through the path that you cleared. And if you look at the jumping spell, you can, it depends on your skill, but if I have basic skill at escape, which I don't know if I do. Let me check that real quick. I'm unskilled at escape, so what it means is I would be able to jump this far, essentially 1, 2, 3 spaces straight. However, you have to have the space you're jumping into lit up anyway, so I'll have to have my lantern on. But if I had, theoretically, if I had expert level in escape skills, I could jump this far. But I think unskilled is enough. Alternately, I could just sit here practicing. I could learn jumping and just spam it a lot and train myself that way. I just don't think it's really necessary. Gambling is a top tier scam, sadly, says Verdant Sun. Yeah, pretty much. Eric says, soon you'll just be handing them your money. No need to play. Yeah, just be like, can I put $100 on this card? Sure. Then you say, okay, take my card. I don't know. Maybe they'll just take it right from your Apple Pay or your Google Pay. Not even bothering to have a middleman. All right, so I guess I'm good to proceed back upward. It's an Umber Hulk right there, just because he's a jerk. There was another wand right over here I could have picked up. Oh, that's the one of Polymorph. Oh, somebody took it and brought it there, maybe? Oh, maybe that's from last Polypiling effort. All right, I'm going to move on. You know, there's such a thing as over-preparing. I'm going to call this good and prudent preparation, but not overdoing it, in my opinion. Wouldn't be prudent. No, it was prudent. There's a cockatrice just because I hate them. All right, let's get rid of this Umber Hulk. They can confuse me. I'm already confused. I almost messed up already. Jesus Christ. Let's use the Unicorn Horn to be unconfused and zap the Umber Hulk. All right, it's dead. Now we're putting on Levitation and confirming the status is on. The troll. So yeah, I'm going back up the stairs now. Go away, Ice Troll. I'm leaving you behind. There are 2 spell books here. I know I did this last time, but is it worth rereading Healing or what was the other one? Stone to Flesh? Nah. All right. Go back up. remove levitation because I don't need that put on. I guess slow digestion is kind of one of my defaults. I'm going to run back up the stairs. Ignore these morons as much as I can. Okay, level 27. Where is our... Okay, this is the one I had to draw lines for before. Don't mash the directions too fast, Mr. Mark. Do, 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 do. Okay, so now I'm gonna just head up. Nazgul, get out of here. He has the one ring, but this is like the 5th time I found the one ring. So it's really the 5th ring. 7 rings to the gnomes. No more. I gotta levitate over this stupid. I guess I could learn jumping right now. I can practice jumping over the pit. I'm not gonna bother. Levitate. Levitating is very good in this game. In case you haven't noticed that. Disintegration blasts from this black dragon. Up we go. Okay, I'm levitating still. Let's just get out of here and not dilly-dally. What the heck is this Ruti? Says Ryan. Well, you can look it up in the NetHack wiki. It's apparently some sort of, what did it say, like a marsupial or something, or some kind of a mammal that'll, I don't know, what the heck does it do in this game? It's always like lumped in with these really tough monsters and the ones that F you up in strange ways. I don't know why. It's a carnivorous humanoid animal. Okay, I don't know why I thought it was like a marsupial or something. Yeah, so the summon nasties is, that's one of the things that can summon them. They're just kind of useless. They're very slow. They hit hard apparently. So if you're not strong enough, I guess they can beat you up somewhat. Okay, levitation still on. Go away, rust monster. Jeez, how are you catching me so fast? All right, this is a fast rust monster. Let's take it out. Jeez, don't want them rusting my stuff. All right, levitation still on. Let's roll. There's a dragon. Baby dragon. Baby dragon. Do, 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 do. Okay, some more obnoxious gremlins. Jeez. I don't know why I thought of this, but there's a scene in The Simpsons where Maggie gets put into a daycare. It's named after Ayn Rand. And there's a scene where Homer, I think Homer's walking in to pick up Maggie, and it's just, everything's quiet, and there's just these rows of babies staring at him, sucking on their pacifier, like, and he just kind of awkwardly walking through them. That's what I think about when I'm walking past all these gremlins for some reason. I guess because I just saw that episode recently. Hello, Orange Dragon. You're a baby. You can't hurt me. Let's turn off levitation and put on slow digestion. Go away, Incubus. We're flying now. Who are you? Zruti. It is fun to say. Okay, this is the second time in not very long it said you feel disoriented for a moment. What is that? Oh. All right, so there was a level teleport while being, which was canceled by the Amulet of Yendor. I'm not sure why level teleport might have kicked in. Did it hit a trap? Maybe twice. Look at that invisible mountain centaur trying to shoot me with its crossbow very badly. Hello, another one. Right, we're up to level 19 of the dungeon. Vampire bat. What a surprise. It's a real vampire lord. I was totally surprised and shocked by that eventuality. These are some of the nasties from before. The summon nasties kicked in. I'm just stabbing these things. Wizard melee. Sometimes I like to do that. Hello, Gremlin. Are you friend? Yep. Dun, 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 dun. What's that? This new spell that new scroll that appeared right there. Should I dig into it? Probably not worth it. Nah, I don't want to waste a charge. I have the one wand of digging. Yeah. I'm just so curious though. Oh, here we go. All right, they don't have a pickaxe, do I? I'm just gonna resist. I'm not doing it. Not gonna get it. But it's so special in the wall like that. It must be something. It must be something good. I just can't resist. Ah. All right, I'm gonna use one charge of my wand of digging. Now, once again, on the Earth Elemental plane, I will be given the spell of dig, so I shouldn't stress over it. All right, so let's just zap this to the right. Teleportation scroll, which I didn't want. Okay, fine. Whatever. Okay, I couldn't resist it, ultimately. And Verdant says, I'd like to think the Zruti is a chimera. Okay. Here we are at the rogue level again. It's called that because it looks like the original rogue game. Just a cute nod to that. All right, here's I'm exactly where I was at by the end of last stream at this point. So we've made back the time. And here comes Mr. Yendor. He says, so without thought thou couldst kill me, fool. And let's do it again with the death spell. Finger of death is lowercase u. Splat. You killed the Wizard of Yendor. Haha, he's carrying a leash. He must be into some kind of weird stuff. That Wizard of Yendor. All right. Is that you again? No, it's a peaceful Elven King. I swear those Elven Kings must get mistaken for the Wizard all the time. They think they're so fearsome, but that's just because everybody's like, oh crap, the Wizard of Yendor. Where am I? On level 12. All right, we're getting there. There's another wand here. It's an empty wand of digging. Hello, Black Unicorn. Okay, I might want to eat something again. Giant zombie. Bunch of junk. I don't know why I expect there to be anything else. But bunch of junk. All right, this is called the big level. Teleportation kicked in. Yeah, see, we're really flying now. We're on dungeon level 9. Where do you want to travel to? I started moving the cursor and my guy started moving. I don't know what I did wrong there. Level 6. It's gonna be like only a minute from now that I'm about to enter the Earth plane. I'm gonna take a moment to use the facilities and in this house and reassess my equipment and see what else I need to do before I just jump right into the Earth plane. Flesh Golem, that's basically Frankenstein's monster. Where do you wish to be teleported? Right over here. Thank you very much. The elves are all my buddies because I'm an elf. That random woodland elf was my friend. What's his yellow potion? Probably junk. Potion of oil. I'll call it junk. I have enough lamps that I don't really need to refill very much. All right, here we are on dungeon level 1. We go up and we're going to climb up to the earth elemental plane. Normally you leave the dungeon and the game ends. If you have the Amulet of Yendor, which I do, then up you go into the end game. Gonna take a quick break, reevaluate my equipment, and maybe, you know, use a wish because I have 2 to spare. Probably write the spell book of jumping. See what else I can do to prepare. I have some notes and I'll see what else I come up with. But let me take a 2-minute break to use the facilities as I mentioned, and I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Thanks for hanging in there. Time to go for snacks, says Arturo. But time to prep here. Yeah, I mean, there isn't really a whole lot to do, but I just want to not rush into things. And I'll have opportunities in these levels to, you know, shuffle equipment around or do whatever. But one thing to look at is my spell situation. Yeah, it's good to pay attention to what's running out, what I'm forgetting, and what I'm not. Cure Sickness is gone. I am going to reread that. That could come in handy. I don't... Yeah, that Pestilence can infect you with a deadly sickness, so it'll be good to just know that spell. Alternatively, I have the Unicorn Horn, but that has a fail rate. So let's reread Cure Sickness to start. And, you know, these should last long enough in my memory to finish the game at this point. So Cure Sickness, I remembered I kept it here. I have to say read 1 or 2 times after this. I don't remember if this was a fresh book or what, but I'm reading that. All right, your knowledge of Cure Sickness is restored. Probably won't matter if it... The distinction between 1 or 2 probably won't matter. red 1 or 2 times. I can probably drop it. I'm actually planning on dropping some spell books. Anything that I just learned or I'm very close to full, there's no point in lugging them around anymore because there's not going to be another 20,000 turns that transpires. I hope there isn't. And so therefore I can't forget them. Plus it's good to not worry about being burdened. I've always been operating at like I'm a hair underburdened because I have so much in my bag of holding. I want to not have to worry about it. I want to be able to take out a potion here and there or a wand and not just suddenly be triggered over the threshold. You know what I mean? All right, so I'm dropping Cure Sickness. And honestly, that's not like something that's critical for my success anyway. I would say like Magic Missile is. And probably like, you know, Finger of Death is. I want to read Jumping. I might as well get that going now. So the plan there is to take out the Spellbook of Blank Paper and the magic marker with 19 charges, and I can just write up Spellbook of Jumping. I can jump on command. Jump. So we are going to apply the magic marker. Let me just make sure it's called Jumping and not Jump or something. I don't want to waste the magic marker ink with a stupid typo, basically. All right, Spellbook of Jumping is its name. It only costs 5 to 9 ink charges. Hypothetically, I could do it with the one that has 7 charges that's in my backpack if I'm lucky, but I don't want to have to be lucky. Yeah, 7. If we're like 9, that would be perfect, but that's fine. So let's write that up. Apply capital C. What do you want to write on? Spellbook of Blank Paper. We'll write Jumping. Ta-da. Spellbook of Warps strangely then turns into Cloth. Uncursed Cloth spellbook is identified. It is Jumping. What a surprise. All right, you add Jumping to your repertoire. Cool stuff. I guess I can drop that too. Part of me had this tiny doubt. What if through some freak chance, and this is my problem with Nethack, you have to, because there are always possibilities, but sometimes you have to let go of these really, really rare eventualities you concoct in your head. What if for whatever reason I wind up taking a very long time and it takes me more than 20,000 turns and I forget the spell? I'm going to just say, I got to man up a little bit and just drop it. All right. Okay, I already dropped healing. I don't have that. Identify is almost up. That will be good to have. It won't be critical, but I am not keeping any scrolls of identify. So for the occasions I want to identify, it'll be good to have that. Light. Let's refresh that. I think I'm going to be mostly using lamps. Once I'm in the very final screen, even before that, I'm mostly just going to be using lamps. I don't want to waste turns if I can, generally. So every time I cast light, that wastes a turn. But let's refresh our memory anyway. I can probably drop that spell book. Do I have light still? I do. It's been read twice. Let's read it a third time. Okay. Restored light from my memory. Now let's name it. Read. What did I say? Read 2 times. So now it's read 3 times. Read 3 times. Hey there, Disperse. Yes, I am about to go to the plane. I'm just preparing, refreshing my memory of some spells that I've forgotten. I'm a wizard. And just dumping ones that I don't really care much for. Or like once I refresh my memory, I feel like I don't need to carry them anymore. Want to like unload some of my weight, basically. All right, what other spells? Cone of Cold. I think I never bothered to keep that one around. Levitation. I mean, I have the Ring of Levitation, but let's see if I decided to keep that. I think I did not. Yeah. All right. What about Slow Monster? I don't think I care about that one. Remove curse. Did I keep that? Looks like no. Okay. I mean, really, I think I'm good at this point. Charm Monster, how's that going? That's good to have for sure, Charm Monster. All right, but that is semi-lowish. It'll be good to have the spell book. All right, let's see if there's any other junk I can dump or what else I want to do here. I don't know. I think I'm gonna hold on to my wish. I don't have a particular thing to wish for. I was thinking maybe it would be good to have scrolls of charging, but I already have one. I don't have any particular use case for it at the moment. I mean, I could just charge magic marker. It might be more cost effective just to wish for another one, and they could write some random enchant armors and stuff. But honestly, negative 35 armor class is probably good enough. Might be time to just go forward. I don't know. Oh yeah, but I do want to consider what stuff I just want to have on my person just to have them and make sure I'm not burdened. So this might be the good time to prep for that. It would be good to have a few bits of food on my person. I don't know. I mean, I guess I have time. Before the final screen, the Astral Plane. For the Earth Plane, that's pretty much no problem. And pretty much none of these elemental planes are that difficult. Water can be a little hairy, but I think I'll be fine. Yeah. I do generally like to have like full healing. Maybe I'll have one of the. I have so many in my stash. It could be good to have one on my person. My concern is always, something makes me sorry, like a fire effect or something will destroy it. But if I have this many, I just have one on my person just as like a fail safe. I think that's fine. Maybe the same for like. I want to say scrolls of teleport, but can I even use those at this point? This person asked a question: are you pro or against Hua? I have no idea what that is. Sorry. You have gold detection scrolls. I do. I am ready to use those. I'm a wizard, so I can just confuse myself by casting my forgotten spells. And that's a trick, by the way, for those who aren't following. When you're in these elemental planes, you need to find the magic portals that are hidden. And there's a trick you can do if you read a gold detection scroll while you're in a state of confusion. You will see, I believe it's you detect all the traps on the level, which are the caret symbol, and the portal is also the caret symbol. They just reused that, even though it's not really a trap per se. I guess they decided it was a trap because you can kind of accidentally stumble into it. So that's a good trick. I don't have to worry about having confusion potions because I can just make myself confused with my magic. Yeah, I'm wondering, usually I consider scrolls of teleportation to be one of, among my like escape objects. Oh crap, I need to get out of here. I just don't know if they're useful at all anymore. So we're going to jump to the wiki and check it out really quick. So basically we have 5 levels left, the 4 planes and the astral plane, 4 elemental planes and the astral plane. This is not teleportable. I'm assuming none of these are. Plane of fire is not teleportable. Plane of air, no. Plane of water, no. Astral plane, no. Home of opposite alignment. Oh yeah, good point. I was actually thinking I would use one of my wishes from the Wand of Wishing on the astral plane if I need to. I'll just make one appear. I have 2 wishes in store, but I figure, if I really need it for something else beforehand, I could have the charge available. But I'm planning on doing that. If I'm chaotic. If I find the lawful altar first on the astral plane, I'm just gonna wish for the helm of opposite alignment, put it on. I guess I am lawful today. All right, so it seems like the scroll of teleport aren't too useful. I mean, I don't know. A lot of this stuff isn't really causing me issues. I guess I'm just concerned about weight a bit. I don't think I need all these scrolls of what? Magic mapping. I have the spell, don't I? Yeah, and I'm pretty fresh on the memory of that too. Lawful for one turn before ascending. Exactly. Could you imagine how annoyed my god would be at that point? Like, wait a minute, I've been helping you out. You've been praying to me. You've been sacrificing stuff to me. You've been, you've been my personal whatever the heck servant all this time, and now you just switch teams. All right, so I think I'm just gonna move forward. I can always do some more shuffling later. One thing I learned from the first time I played is first time I ascended. This is only my second time for Disperse's information, so I'm not a newbie to the game by any means, but this is only my second time doing the end game at all. But last time I went into the Astral Plane with Ring of Conflict on, which means it's bad because you start out with, I think it's 4 or 1 to 4 angels that would have been on your side against you instead. I guess you only get 1 that's on your side if you don't have conflict on. But if you have conflict on, you have 1 or 4 extra angels who hate you, basically. So I have to remember not to put on conflict, at least to start on that screen. Oh yeah, I do plan to do the purple rain trick. And so I need to get my Scroll of Genocide cursed. Guess I might as well prepare that. Yeah, I mean, I might use... Well, I'm going to use the purple rain trick, and I might turn on conflict after. That trigger, I'm pretty sure that effect only kicks in the moment you enter the astral plane. So you can enter it with the ring off, and then you can just put it on a moment later. I think that's how it works. I'm going to dip this into unholy water. I'm going to make the genocide cursed. Did I take out the genocide scroll? I guess not. I'm going to have a brief second of thought. Is it best to defer this? What if I want to genocide something along the way? I think most things I'm going to encounter at this point are not genocidable anyway, like elementals and stuff. Let's just do it. There's such a thing as overthinking in this game. I'm definitely prone to it. I have to catch myself all the time. Dip Scroll of Genocide into unholy water. So now it'll summon purple worms rather than get rid of them. Oh, Disperse says I believe the enemies will be summoned if your pet angel sees you put on the ring, but they die quickly. All right, good to know. I mean, I might not put it on anyway, just because I want I plan on taming the purple worms and then breaking a lot of teleport, scattering them around. We'll see though. If there's a big horde around me and it feels like I really want them to kill each other instead of me, maybe I will just slip on the ring at that point. All right. I mean, some of these rings are kind of pointless, but they don't weigh that much. I have 5, by the way, amulets of life saving. Somehow I stumble across 5 of them. Did not wish for a single one. I just found them. Okay, so when I wrote jumping, the magic marker only used 7 charges. That's pretty cool. Just kind of by luck. All right, so maybe it's just time to go. Actually, let me check my notes. I wrote some things I wanted to do before jumping in. If there's nothing else that seems worthwhile, I'll just go. I did this one already. Did this one. Got my teleport wands. Yeah, my notes were before entering the earth plane, dump spellbooks that are about at 100% already. Have a couple fail-safe potions like full healing, holy water, and open inventory. Remember, they could boil away on the fire plane, or if anything else hits me with fire on other planes. Curse, genocide, scroll with unholy water. Already did that. If you still have 2 wishes, perhaps use 1 on 2 blessed scrolls of charging. I guess I'll just wish as needed. So I'm going to skip that. I have 1 blessed scroll of charging already. You might want to consider running out the clock on magic missile knowledge. I think it was at like 40 to 50% or something. Yeah, I'm at 47 to 80, 48% of magic missile, so I'm good on that. All right. I guess it's just time to go. What'd you say, Disperse? Did you try putting the amulet in a bag? Check for fakes. I did make sure it was real. I don't remember the method I tried. What is it? You can't put the... I mean, its effect was working. It was like letting me see with what its special clairvoyance ability and stuff like that. But if there's a special check I can do, let me just do that, I guess. Now, I guess I can put it in my bag of holding. It won't break anything, right? Is that the idea? Let me just make sure. It can't be bad. All right, so let's try it. It won't, but it won't blow up, right? It won't cause an explosion. I'm just paranoid. Well, let's just try it. Mm-hmm. Let's read it. I often read the wiki as I go. I take my time and read it. Yeah, I've had the draining from the spell casting. I get the message about my spell casting costing more. Mysterious forces kicked in. I guess that must confirm that it's real. All right, I'm going to go for it. Here we go. I'm gulping. Here we go. Beware, there'll be no return. Still climb. Yes. Here we go. Well done, mortal, but now thou must face the final test. Capital T. Prove thyself worthy or perish. A voice booms out. Well, that was the narrator saying prove thyself worthy or perish. But a voice booms out. So thou thought thou couldst kill me, Fu. It's a stupid Wizard of Yendor again. This time he's going to come packaged with a beautiful spellbook of digging. That should be fun. I can dig away. So let's just zap him off the bat with Finger of Death. Boom. Kill the Wizard of Yendor. Finger of Death bounces. Wizard Bite, etc. Spellbook of Dusty Spellbook is the one. Okay. Right, so now I'm already burdened, which is meh. All right, let's deal with some of these jerks, and then Minotaur is confused. He's got a wand of digging. I don't think I care much. All right, I'm gonna read. Let's identify it first, just for the heck of it. Spellbook of Dig. Okay, now I know Dig. I think I'll just drop that. So Ryan has to go. Okay, thanks for stopping by, Ryan. I'll let you know how it goes, I'm sure. And hopefully it goes well. See you next time. All right. Can I use magic mapping here? I guess the wiki should tell me. I feel like probably they wouldn't let you magically map these final levels. Mappable, yes. Okay. That sounds nice. So let's read that. Okay, so yeah, there's these little sort of like little caves, the blue dots that you see. But they're separated by solid rock that you have to dig through. That's why they give you means of digging. Also, I think it's it might be this guy here, but there's one guy who comes with a he's carrying a pickaxe just in case you run out of charges or whatever. They want to make it so you're not stuck forever, even though a pickaxe would be slow as heck. So now what I can do is confuse myself and read a scroll of gold detection. This is kind of fun. I've never been able to, or I've never been aware that I could make myself confused on demand until last stream, where I kind of accidentally figured that out. So all I have to do is select one of these forgotten spells. There's a small chance it might just stun me and not confuse me, but I can always try again. It's something like 10% of the time it'll do that. So this will tell me where the portal is and make this a pretty fast, you know, trip. I'm going to cast Haste Self, which I've forgotten. So I am confused, you can see here, and I'm not stunned. And now I read gold detection. You mispronounce the words, you feel entrapped. Look, it's right here. It's not even far. I always think about when you mispronounce the words. It reminds me of the movie Army of Darkness, where Ash mispronounces Klaatu Barata Nikchu, and he summons the army of the undead. All right. So all I have to do is dig upwards a bit and get right in there. I'm confused. Let's unconfuse myself with the unicorn horn. What's the best way to do this? I don't know. I have the dig spell. Let's just blast. Whee! You failed to cast a spell correctly. Oh, what's my fail rate on that? Oh, 44% is not great because matter level 5. I don't really have any training in matter. I mean, I guess I could just zap the wand. What's that disperse? You have the Book of the Dead. You could try. What does that do? Does that just turn undead or something like that? Let's see. I did the invocation, of course. Normal effects. The book is blessed. Colline undead will be tamed while other undead will become scared and peaceful. If uncursed, there's no effect and you get a random message. Mine is uncursed. If cursed, you raise the dead. So I guess I could theoretically bless it and get my little horde of undeads to help me or something. All right, that's good to know. I don't think I'm going to do that here, but... Oh, that's what Ash read. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, gotcha. Funny. Yeah, talking about Evil Dead. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's like I could imitate Ash right now and get myself confused. Read the Book of the Dead and say Klaatu Barata lick time. Anyway, enough silliness. No, I'm all for the silliness. Yeah, I'll just zap Wand of Digging. It's pretty much the only use for it for the rest of the game. So zap capital Z up. Okay, someone's throwing crap at me, which is fine. That's what they do. They throw potions. Stone Giant, Pit Fiend, a number 5, Barb Devil, Pit Viper, less Zap Magic Missile. I got the sound effects going and everything. All right, I'm going to unblind myself. We got some gems. I'm not generally trying to be super wealthy. Well, I guess I kind of am, but I'm only doing it with gems. I'm only bringing gems out. I'm not bringing much in the way of coins because I don't care too much. Bolt of Lightning, Wizard's By. Yeah, you can get blinded by that even if you're like have reflection and everything. All right, I mean, there's the Wand of Lightning. I can unblind myself. The earth elementals harassing me. Magic missile all day long. Why is it not hitting the earth element? Because is he in the rock or something? Is that why? I'm just gonna stab him. They take a lot of hits from my weakling. Yeah, he was in the rock. So okay, so if he's embedded in the rock, you can stab him, but you can't shoot him with a magic missile. Monster detection. Is that useful at all? Monster detection here. I guess I'll keep one for the heck of it. Shove it in the bag. I don't think it's necessarily useful. All right, I guess I'm just gonna move on. Let's zap. Digging to the left. I'm gonna review the wiki real quick just to make sure there's no like valuable treasures I should be hunting for. I don't really think there is. I mean, maybe there's gems or something, but all right. So let's see. Digging can generate some stuff. Yeah. That generates elementals and Zorns only. Doesn't really mention much about treasures. I guess I'm just going to go through the portal. But let's think about what's next. Air is next. Yeah, air is slightly trickier. You want to be levitating on that level because if you're not, then you have to deal with these winds, and it's a lot harder to move around freely. So I want to be levitating. I'll put on my levitation ring. And this bird says I like a blessed monster detection on Astral to keep track of the riders. Okay, that's a good idea. Yeah. At least know where they are, right? I guess you could well, you can see them if you put on a blindfold, can't you? But this is probably good to do. How does the blessed work for that versus uncursed? Let me look up a scroll of monster detection. Am I calling it the wrong thing? Oh, it's a potion, right? Yeah. Conflict is good on air, says this person. Yeah, maybe I'll put that on the air elementals will beat each other up instead. Oh, the blessed last longer. Okay. Oh, you get passive monster detection. Oh, so it updates the screen for 21 to 60 more turns. Oh. Yeah, that's great. Okay. I'm going to keep that in mind. Maybe I'll bless that. I got some holy water to spare. Cool. All right, for now, let's maybe I should just do that ahead of time because that's something that'll be good to have. Let's get the blessing to happen while it's quiet here. Like I know on the water plane, which is right before the astral plane, it can be a little hectic. You got these bubbles moving around, and you might have like you got to jump in the portal now sort of opportunity. And if you wait by wasting turns, you might miss it. I don't know. It's probably manageable, but I might as well prepare this since it sounds like a good thing to do. So I'll get monster detection in one of the holy waters. I got 8 of them, so that's a pretty decent pile of them. And I will dip monster detection into holy water. All right, it is blessed. This person says they usually just drop a scare monster in water and it's just boring. What does dropping a scare monster in water do for you? Okay. Let's put on conflict. No, levitating is the one that I really need to have on. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could remove both. Is free action super necessary? In any case, I don't really need slow digestion, and I should definitely have levitation on. What's this snake doing here? Pit viper, get out of here. All right. So, yeah, through the bubble will take you eventually. What I plan to do is use the identification method again with gold detection while confused. The first time I was there, I had a crystal ball and it wouldn't work because you have to roll the dice essentially for that to work, and it wouldn't work. And also, I was wasting turns. I think you waste several turns every time you use the crystal ball. So it took me like an hour to find my way to the portal, and it was pretty sad. It was pretty pathetic. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna start with levitation or free action. I can always swap off to conflict, but let's read over the wiki real quick. So we have to deal with 11 air elementals, 3 floating eyes, 3 yellow lights, a coatl, 3 jinn, 9 fog clouds, 5 energy vortices, 5 steam vortices, 2 jabberwocks, 5 random dragons, and 3 random elementals, all placed randomly. And there's going to be this whole thing where there's these clouds shifting around, and if you're in the clouds, you can get zapped by lightning. And even if you have free action on, you will get paralyzed for a few turns. So that you want to basically avoid the clouds as much as you can. But you can run through them if you know, like the portal is like, 5 squares away and you have to run through clouds. It's probably okay to run through the clouds usually. That's my own personal opinion. Yeah, so look, if you're in the clouds when lightning strikes, you'll be paralyzed for 3 turns and deafened for 30 to 49 more turns. I can just cancel the deafening with my unicorn horn, but I cannot do anything about paralysis, so I waste like 3 turns. And Disperse says air elementals are bugged in NetHack. Their damage passes AC. Yeah, you have to not underestimate air elementals. I definitely am familiar with that. I didn't know they bypassed AC though. And he says they fixed it in version 3.7 though. Okay, I'm on 3.6, just to be clear. Now it's funny, you can do, if you don't have any sources of levitation or flight, you can it's hard to move, but you can throw objects to be propelled in the opposite direction in accordance with Newton's third law. So you can, if you want to go that way, you throw some objects backwards. That's kind of funny. All right, yes, I'm probably gonna wind up putting on some conflict for these air elementals, I guess. But we'll see how it goes. I don't think I'm gonna die, but if I start getting pummeled a bit too much, I can handle it one way or another. Yeah, I'm gonna start with you find air to be the most dangerous. Okay. So I'll be aware of my hit points and how everything's going for sure. I wonder if I should rest a bit for my power, as long as there's no threats here right now. Charge up my power some. But also let's get gold detection ready. Might as well get that out of the way. Rest up my power. Like I said, should have food on my purse just in case I need to pop some food in my mouth as I go. What are these lumps of jelly? Are they cursed or what's their deal? They're uncursed. I guess I got 5 lumps of jelly right here. How many turns do they take to eat though? Is the K ration better for just eating fast? Let me check that out. Again, I always look things up, and then we can turn to eat 1. All right, that's good. I'll do that. And they heal you too. All right, so I got some food ready to go. And those are good to have also for famine if he makes you hungry. You feel vaguely nervous. That was one of the Wizard of Yendor does nothing messages, I believe. All right, I don't want to waste super much time. Let's start going through. I'm going to do it. Here we go. All right. You notice there's no gravity here. Here's one of the genie. Some elementals. Now, for air elementals, oh, jelly can get rotten, says this person. Oh, I don't think K rations are ever rotten. That's a good point. All right. Maybe I'll swap that out. But for now, I'm not going to stress. I guess when I have a moment, I'll swap them out. Let's remind myself about air elementals. Can you like zap them with a wand of death, or what's their deal? They possess poison resistance and stoning resistance. I cannot wish for a cockatrice corpse to smack them with. Then, I mean, I could, but it wouldn't do anything. They batter you with debris for physical damage. That's their engulfing attack. That's the only thing they do. Yeah, they can only engulf you and they smack you with stuff. So death should work. That's great. I'll just zap them. What about Genie? Can I zap them with death? Yeah, I can. All right, this shouldn't be a problem. It's the fastest monster that can be encountered in the game. Due to a long-standing bug, damage reduction from a hero's armor class is not applied while they're engulfed, meaning that having a good armor class does not help much when defending against air elementals. Okay. Let's see how this goes. So I am going to confuse myself. One of slower teleportation will get you out when engulfed, said this person. All right. I don't know if I kept any wand of slow monster, unfortunately. I thought they were total garbage. I guess digging doesn't work, does it? That works on some things that engulf you. Yeah, I didn't keep slow monster. Oh, well. Well, actually, I have the spell, though. I have the spell slow monster. That probably works the same, I would think. Oh, it looks like I'm having a hiccup in my stream. And I dropped some frames. Hopefully we're going okay. Just got a warning that we dropped 181 frames. That's probably no big deal. It's NetHack. we can lose a couple hundred frames. All right. So why don't I start with confusing myself and reading gold detection? I'm stunned and confused and levitated. Okay. I'm gonna read Scroll of Gold Detection. All right, there it is. Let's apply the unicorn horn to get unstunned and unconfused. Thanks for the confirmation, Eric, that it looks good on your end. This person says digging doesn't work. Spell should work. Yeah, it should work. That's okay. But yeah, I'll use the spell. Yeah, I'll use the spell slow monster if need be. Ooh, yeah, these clouds are really like, they don't like gently move around. They just kind of do their thing. You stiffen momentarily. All right. Have some magic missiles. Okay, is this air right near me? This is a visible stalker, not a problem. Don't mind my red dot. That's how I draw on the screen. I want to keep this circle there. I'm gonna zap. Let's zap some death to the right. All right, I killed whatever it was. Air elemental, I'm 99% sure. There's a fog cloud. Let's get that out of the way. Something's coming at me. Kill that. Something from the left. Kill that. Jabberwocky down to the right. Kill that. Can these genies ever get you wishes? I doubt it. No, that I can't. It's kind of being goofy. All right, shoot that Jabberwock. Keep going to the right as much as I can. Get the fog cloud out of the way. Some elementals are coming at me. You know what? My power goes down pretty fast. Maybe I'll just use magic missiles more. Steam Vortex. Black Dragon. Oh, okay, it got me. Let's use, let's try the slow monster spell. Being pummeled still, okay. Magic missile, boing. I'm just gonna stab it for a moment. Oh, it does a lot of damage, yeah. You can expel, but it engulfs me again. All right. Magic missile. Slow monster again. Jeez. Okay, it's a little dangerous. Should I be doing something better? I'm tempted to just keep zapping magic missile and hopefully I can outlast it sort of, but I'm getting a little nervous, I gotta say. Let me think for a moment. So I have pretty low in power. It's amazing how fast it goes down. I guess I can stab it a while. The thing is, it's spitting me out when I cast slow monster, but either the same one or another one immediately engulfs me again. Let me just review what else I can do here. Finger of Death seems like the final solution to this person. Yeah. I guess I might as well do it. I don't want to risk death just because I'm being stingy with my power, but it's amazing how fast my power is depleting. Let's just do that, though. Finger of Death seems like a no-brainer. Maybe it's time to put on Conflict after I get out of here. All right, so I'm out of there. My power's 22. Jeez. All right, so let's put on Conflict. You can recharge in water. So this, yeah, I can take my time in the water plane. For now, though, what do I have? A levitation and free action. All right, I'm going to take off free action and put on Conflict, but I think one of them is going to get me in the meantime. It's going to engulf me while I'm swapping stuff around. This person is Wand of Teleport. What, I can zap them and they'll go away? I guess that works, right? Just like how on the Astral Plane it'll work. Yeah, that might be a good option. I'll get the one from the northwest out of my hair for the moment, at least. All right, so I only have this one on my person. The rest are in my bag. I might as well use this one then. So I'll zap X. Oh, man. Oh, so Steam Vortex that got me. Okay. No problem. You know, I can just hang out here. Look at it. I can stay in here. I just feel mildly hot. I can actually recharge for a bit. I'm just gonna be paranoid because I hate to screw up now. I'm gonna look up Steam Vortex just to make sure. All right, so disperse. I really appreciate your input here, by the way, disperse, because you definitely seem very experienced in the game. But yeah, disperse says I can just hang out. It's a spa. Yeah, the Steam spa. This is awesome. I'm safe in my little Steam spa here. I'm just gonna search for a while. What are you looking for? Oh, I got expelled. Okay. It didn't want to hold me anymore. Hold me closer. All right. Well, I mean, I got to recharge a little bit at least. But there's two elementals right upon me now. What happens if I go down to the right? It's probably going to catch up to me. But I feel like the dragon being in the way might help. I mean, I have Wands of Death too. I have 6 charges on this one, and I have another in my bag of holding with like 3 or 4. I guess I could just use some of those. Right, I'm going to go down to the right. Oh, gosh. Okay. Another one in my face. Well, I think I'm about to get engulfed again. I guess I'll just zap Death to my right, perhaps. Not sure what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the magic solution. I meant to put on conflict. Why don't I just do that? If I get engulfed, I'll zap Death. Put on conflict. Boom. Oh, we got to take off. Reaction. Okay, they haven't engulfed me yet. Still good for now. Let's put on conflict. Now I'm engulfed. Black dragons are good. They might disintegrate elementals, says this person. That's a good point. Let's zap a wand of death right here, though. Boom. Death ray rips into the air elemental. You kill it. All right, let's go to... I'm deaf. I guess from the lightning. Did that hit me? They're catching up to me. They're not attacking each other yet. All right. Now they are. Air elementals attacking the steam vortex. That's cool. Yeah, go get each other, guys. Don't bother me. Okay, as long as I have a... I was going to say, as long as I have a few turns of leeway, maybe I'll apply the unicorn horn to become undeaf. But I don't really think I care that much. Cool, they're... Air elemental swallows the genie. Yeah, this is awesome. I think conflict is like overpowered. I guess that's why they nerfed it in 3.7. I don't recall how they nerfed it, but I heard that they did. So the question now becomes, do I want to just charge through the clouds to get to the portal? I think I do. It's not really that far away because you go diagonally. But it's like around here somewhere-ish. I kind of lost my circle, but it's one of these areas here. Let's go through the clouds. Oh, they're upon me again. Disperse says conflict is still great in 3.7. Yeah, I guess they just nerfed it a bit. Oh, here I am. I'm gonna keep a close eye on my hit points and see how well I can do just stabbing it. Oh, jeez Christ. Okay, because I got paralyzed, I guess. Kaboom, boom, boom. All right, I guess I'll just have to do another death charge. Or can I cast a spell? Chargers are meant to be used. Let's do it. Okay, I'm in my spa. This is an electric spa. Is that going to bother me? I am immune to, I'm resistant to whatever it's called, shock. But can this bother me in any other way? What does this verse say? The monsters need to see you, and its effect is based on sum of int and charisma. Oh, for conflict, right? So invisibility is worth. Okay. Let me just verify an energy vortex can't mess up my stuff. Can it like mess up wands or? Deal shock damage, which is replaced with a touch attack that can deal shock damage and destroy wands and rings in the target's inventory if the attack hits the hero during the grace period where they're expelled and cannot be re-engulfed. The turn they eject you, they can damage inventory, but it's rare. All right. But only when, on the turn they eject you? Also subject to a 3/4 chance of passive energy drain during each of the vortex's turns. Ah, that's not great. They have various resistances. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Okay, killed it, but just with a stab. Hello, dragons. Blinded by the flash. How's my hit points? 188. Power is 104. Let's keep rolling. Out of the way, Jabberwock. All right, so I'm getting close to it. There we go. All right. Whew, we're out of that awful area. Okay, into the fire. Out of the frying pan. All right. Let's first apply unicorn horn. All right, we already got some stuff getting shot at me. Nothing big. No big deal. There's going to be fire to deal with. I mean, all my stuff that can be burnt pretty much is. I guess I'm going to put away the potion of full healing. I guess I can keep one on my person. If it boils, it boils. I have a whole bunch more. All right, so again, we want to do the trick with gold detection while confused, but let's try killing off these things that are in my face immediately first. Okay, fire giant is dead. The salamander coughs. It coughs. I've heard one of the problems on this level is there's so many messages that it's easy to miss something important. You'll see like a lot of resistance, you know, apparently coughing from smoke, I guess. What is that about? Oh, it's from the poison gas stuff. Like this. Okay, let's take a moment. I don't think I need levitation. I am going to do the gold detection in a moment, but let's review Mr. Wiki again. You know, I don't remember air being difficult when I was a samurai. I think I just carved my way through the elementals, no problem. I'm kind of feeling very vulnerable with how quickly I burnt through power there. It's a little disturbing. Like, up until now, I never had any danger of running out of power. But casting a few touch of death spells and whatnot with the Amulet of Yendor, really burned through it fast. I cast a lot of magic missiles. All right, the plane of fire. It's full of lava, fire elementals, salamanders, pit fiends, fire and steam vortices, fire traps, and even a guaranteed red dragon. Only monsters with fire resistance will be randomly generated. Okay. You arrive at a random point marked in the lower right. Not a random point, just the point marked in the lower right. Portal to the plane of water is located on dry land, but not in the lower right portion of the map marked. Okay. The entire level is unlit. There are 40 fire traps placed at random on the level. Red Dragon, Balrog. Yeah, we get the idea. The lava on the level emits poison clouds randomly. Beware of poison damage. I'm good with that. Make sure you have a way to cure blindness quickly. Sure, no problem. You may be banged up from the air elementals. Yes, I am. You may wish to allow a fire vortex to engulf you. Not even the Wizard of Yendor can harm you while you are engulfed. It's like a steam spa again. Liberally salted with fire traps, thus a cursed scroll of detection will not easily find the magic portal to the plane of water. You'll probably want confused gold detection to distinguish the portal from the fire trap. Okay. Continued levitation is advisable because of the lava. Ah. All right, so I'll keep the lava levitation. That was actually one of the main reasons I wanted to check the wiki, besides it probably being a generally good idea. All right, so it shouldn't be a problem. It's going to keep levitation on. Let's do gold detection as usual. Cast an unknown. I cast a forgotten spell once again. I am confused. Read goal detection. Mispronounce the word, and you can see all these fire traps. But this is the guy I care about. The pink carrot. All right. Yeah, I mean, I can just go straight over the lava, can't I? This doesn't seem dangerous at all. Okay, let's stop being confused first of all. Probably a good idea. So let's do apply the unicorn horn. Yeah, there's a ton of messages here. Just gotta make sure I take my time reading them so I don't miss anything. All right, so levitating. Now I can just go over the lava, right? Because I'm levitating. I can. I mean, it says be careful not to get stuck in the lava. Continued levitation is advisable. It looks like it might spew poison fumes or whatever, but that's probably not that hard. If you step into it without fire resistance, you just instantly die. With fire resistance, it's a delayed insta-death. Okay. You can teleport out, pray, or get engulfed to get out of it. Possible to walk out of lava on foot. Jumping while in lava will not allow you to leave the square. Crossing lava. You can do it with fireproof water walking boots. You can just levitate. You can avoid contact with lava entirely by levitation, flying, jumping. All right, so we're good. I'm just going to levitate. Oh, even if you have flying or levitating, lava is not considered a safe location to teleport by the game. So you can't choose that, I guess. All right. You can't choose to teleport on lava. Levitate over lava is safe, confirms Mr. Disperse. Thank you, sir. All right. Yeah, this shouldn't be an issue. All right. So I'm confirming levitation, doing my little confirmation check here. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna, mosey on over. I guess there's some scrolls I could check out. I don't know if there's one scroll I could check out that I see. Not sure it's worth checking a random scroll. Unknown scroll. Levitate. I am levitating. What do we have here? Should I shoot it? Pit Fiend. Just gonna tank it now. Yep. What's here? Potion of full healing. Yeah. Probably worth grabbing. I'm not over lava, right? I am not. Confirm. Let's remove levitation. It is scary. All these messages like tower flame. You hear a whoosh. I'm like, what's happening? Okay, potion of full healing. Let's check out its identification. Cursed. Okay. So not as good. Let's put back on levitation. Kill these fire vortexes while they're here. Guess I'll just shove this cursed one in my bag of holding. Well, let's just keep going. I should probably put on my lamp just to see a little better. There we go. Fire giant's killed by the gas cloud. You would think he's been living here for a long time. I mean, he would know how to deal with the gas, but I guess not. There's a random scroll. The Hellhound is mildly warmed. I think there's a config option you can set to just not show messages about resistances. So that clears out some of the noise. Scroll of enchant weapon. I don't really need that. If it was enchant arbor, maybe. Where the heck did the vortex go? Is the red demon standing on it? He might be. Oh, wouldn't he go through then? The magic portal. They call it a vortex. I don't know. Somewhere around there. I think something's covering it, but it should be visible soon. Oh, there it is. All right, onward to water, I suppose. The water, you have to deal with these bubbles, but I'll do the same trick with the scroll of detect gold. Here we are. Now, one nice thing is I've genocided sea monsters already, so they cannot grab me and drown me. Hooray. And yeah, let's I've heard it's good to do. I'm not totally sure I follow the logic. I think I might have an idea. I've heard it's kind of good to wait till you're sort of in the middle to do the magic, to do the gold detection and learn where the portal is. I guess that's because you can try to steer yourself in the direction, and you'll probably be pretty close to it at that point once you're in the middle. All right, so here I am. Yeah, I can hang around for a while, moving along with the bubble. Portal will move regardless. Yeah, it moves. Yeah, it stays in a fixed place, but in the bubble. Like it moves with the bubble, right? Is that how it works? Okay, so I'm gonna go kill these elementals. Oil lamp flicker. Yeah, let's for the final screen. Do I want to have a nice full lamp ready? I think I might. I'm not sure if it's dark, honestly. Let me check. Astral Plane. For those who aren't following super closely, I'm on the second to last screen of the entire game. Next up is the Astral Plane. All right, so I just want to check if it's dark or light. So do I care about my lamps, basically? I mean, they do talk about if you want to jump, you need light sources. So I wonder if it's not lit up then. So I probably want to have a lamp ready. Yeah, Astral is dark. All right, thanks. Disperse. I'm going to turn off this lamp. I should have others that I have not used. Might just drop this one or something. Or name it as almost empty. Put that in. Get ready with another one. This oil lamp here should do it. Okay. Yeah. I'll just stab water elementals. Takes a lot of hits, but that's okay. Jeez, I feel like I'm fighting them worse. Are these stronger than normal water elementals? But yeah, just saving up my power here. They don't seem to be able to damage me very hard. So yeah, I might want to just hang out even to replenish my stuff, even if I get close, even if I have the opportunity to exit. I mean, it's definitely going to be good to have all my power, that's for sure. But let's now use the potion. I mean the scroll of gold detection. And I guess I'll confuse myself. I've got to make sure I don't walk into the water. I'll make super sure of that. So I'm confused. Haste stealth. So they did buff E in the planes. Well, but this person says he's not sure if it's in 3.7 or 3.6, but they seem buffed to me. I was able to stab some of them with Magic Bane before, but they're taking like 12 hits now or something. That's cool though. Kind of ramps up the difficulty. I think that's fine. Anyway, I'm confused. Let's read goal detection, and boom, there is the portal, but it's in a bubble that's going to be moving around. However, I just checked a video last night. It looks like I'll still see it even though it moves. So that's good. I won't have to re-identify it. But let's apply a unicorn horn to unconfuse. Okay, cool. I can move around freely. Not worry about jumping in the water. But yeah, what about inventory? What do I want to prepare in my inventory? I said I wanted to have K rations instead of royal jelly. Let's start preparing all this stuff. Put in royal jelly. Let's take out a few K rations. I'm just going to take out like, what's good? Take out 3 to start. If I really get beat up by famine, I guess I take out more. I don't want to be on, I don't want to start with conflict. I do want to have free action and slow digestion. I want to summon purple worms. So let's take out cursed genocide. And I want to tame them too. I'm not sure if it's better for me to cast charm monster or use a blessed scroll of taming. I have both at my disposal, however, which is nice. So that's something I can look up here. And this is how I play it. I just keep looking up things, taking my time with it. What was I going to look up? Charm monster. All right, that's my spell. I know it. At all skill levels, it behaves the same as reading a non-cursed scroll of taming. Okay. How does blessed scroll of taming work, though? It looks like it might not make a difference in, okay, in this version, it looks like it doesn't make a difference. But in 3.7, a blessed scroll will increase the tameness of pets by an amount dependent on the hero's charisma. So basically it doesn't matter. I guess I can just cast charm. Well, I want to save the power. It's very, I'm realizing how valuable power are. Get out the wands of teleport. Yeah, I'm going to get all the teleport out. Confused scroll of taming has the greatest range. It says, disperse. Do I care about though if maybe that's good to do. Can always get random. Yeah, an 11 by 11. Oh wow. There's some things that cannot be tamed, but would I get some of those angels and stuff tamed? Maybe I would. All right, so maybe I'll try that. I'll confuse myself. Read that after summoning the purple worms. Let's get Tammy ready then. Doesn't matter if it's blessed or uncursed. I think I'm blessed anyway. Okay, so I'm not burdened, which is good. So kind of the point is once I get all my equipment prepped, I just want to not be burdened. If I am burdened, I shuffle things around. Yeah, take out wands. This person, that's a fun way to deal with the Sokoban Zoo. I didn't even think of that one. Secret door detection. It seems like I'm not really using that. That's all right. So let's get the wands of teleport out. Wand of wishing. Might as well have that at the ready. I might need it in a jam. Probing. I want to be able to probe the first priest I see at an altar. I have a wand of death in my person. Do I want the other one too? I feel like I'm going to be slow as soon as I do this. No, I'm not slow. Okay. All right, what else could I have? I might want to have stuff to cure poison. I mean, I do have the cure sickness spell, but again, we've seen that I can't really rely on having a plethora of power. I probably don't need a lot of junk gain. What am I going to do with gain energy? I don't even have that. Monster detection I want to have. Might be good to have a holy water or two at the ready. Let's say 2. And a potion of paralysis. I do want to put on free action. What do I have on right now? I have conflict. Yeah, I'm going to take off conflict before going through and put on free action. Probably don't need to lug around the Book of the Dead anymore, honestly. Probing priest, what kind of stream is this? Oh, now you're fitting into the crew, making the jokes. Disperse. Welcome. Welcome to the crew. Yeah, what else? I guess I mean, if I'm not burdened, I can always just load up on some more healing potions and whatnot. Food. What did I write in my notes, though? Not much. Not much more than I've already gone over. I have the Wand of Wishing at the ready, right? Yeah. Got a lamp ready. I'm going to turn that on before I step in the portal, maybe. So I don't waste a turn. I got all these extra rings that aren't really doing anything for me. I actually want to go into there with slow digestion and free action on. Slow digestion will make the worms I summon not eat me. Although I could probably handle it if they did. You can take off and drop levitation. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess I don't need that anymore. I'll just keep it anyway. Because it's a ring. It weighs barely anything. As far as weight goes, the weight situation, I feel like I'm in pretty good shape. I have 3 life savings in my bag. I have 1 I'm wearing and 1 in my open inventory as a backup. I guess ideally I could have ideally I have all of them ready to go. I'll try taking out 1 more. Yeah, all right, that's fine. I don't know, I mean, a couple more full healings maybe. Okay, now I'm burdened. I am considering just dumping the Book of the Dead. It feels like I should have it, but it's a spell book. It's heavy. Some of these rings I could totally toss. But yeah, they don't really weigh much. This is how I spend half my time playing Nethack, by the way. What am I gonna drop? Maybe I don't know. How much do rings actually weigh, by the way? Let's check it out. Was it weigh like 1? It weighs let's click on a random one in the wiki. It weighs 3. I guess I might as well get rid of a couple total junky ones. Plus 1 ring of increased damage. Like, who cares about that? Can the Book of the Dead be useful at all on the Astral Plane? Let's get. I guess that would have to, if I want to summon a bunch of the undead, I guess. I have to curse it first. There's not a lot of undead on this next level, is there? Disperse as usually dumps the Book of the Dead and Moloch saying, yeah, I think I'm just lugging around a heavy spellbook for no reason that I can't put in a bag of holding. There are probably some more spellbooks I could dump, by the way, on that note. Like some of these are like I really don't want to run out, but there's like no time left in the game. Like I could probably dump Slow Monster. I have 71 to 80% of that. And again, the game's pretty much almost done. If it's points, yeah, it's points. I kind of am going for points, not like focusing super hard on it, but I want to beat my score from last time. First time I ascended, I didn't go for points in the slightest, so I had no gems, no money. This time I'm carrying a lot of gems. I'm trying to like do a little better each time, kind of. Let's just dump Slow Monster, though. That should help. Okay, I'm not burdened. I am burdened still. Okay. I would just hate to, am I really going to read any of these in the Astral Plane, though? Charm Monster. What is that at 31 to 4? Yeah, some of these I'm like, well, they're kind of lowish. What if I need to read them? But Astral Plane. That's it, like the end of the game. No, I'm just going to dump the book of it. I don't care. There we go. It's done. It's done with. All right, sure. There's the portal. Oh, shoot. I would love... No, I only have 246 out of 489 power. I got to wait a while. I mean... Yeah. I'm not going to go in yet. That's the bottom line. Maybe if I'm lucky, it'll still be in my bubble by the time I recuperate all my power, but it seems unlikely. They still got a ways to go. I got to remember, before I do step through, I want to put on the rings of slow digestion and free action. Right. That's how I'm going to do it. Which teleport do I want to break for the purple? I guess the one with the lowest charges would do the least damage. The one that has 4 charges. All right. Let's keep hanging around, I guess. Come on, power, recharge faster. Ah, I lost the portal. Oh, well. There it is. It'll come back around. When I come around. There's my stash of junk. Okay, power is going up nice and quickly, but the portal is apparently gone for now. We got to wait for the bubbles to merge. The right bubbles. Ah, there it is. But I'm still not ready. There it is again. Doop-boop-a-doo. Just really taking my time, making sure I don't make any mistakes here. Killing water elementals little by little. Okay, now I'm up to over 400 power. I'm getting nervous here. It's almost time. Oh, man. There goes the portal again. Oh, well. It'll come around again. It's okay. Now, the funny thing is, the first time I was on this level, I didn't really understand how the bubbles work. I thought you had to move yourself in toward the center of the bubble, because if it pulled you, like, see how I'm on the top? I thought if it moved down, I would get pushed into the water. And I was taking great care to stay in the middle. And I was like, it was like very nerve-wracking. And eventually I got paralyzed, and I realized, oh, even though I'm paralyzed, I'm moving along with the bubble. How about that? So I realized it's not quite that terrifying. All right, I'm there. Let's kill this water elemental because I want to. All right. Okay. Time to make the ring adjustment. I don't want to go in with conflict. I want to put on Free action and slow digestion. That's what I'm starting with. Once I deal with the worms, I'm gonna summon them, break the wand to scatter them about. Well, I'm gonna tame them first. Once they're tamed, I can not worry about slow digestion anymore. I can put on something else. I've heard it's good to go into this level satiated just because of famine. You don't want to have to worry about famine. You know, famine can make you faint from hunger and die. So it's good to go in with a full tummy, basically. So let's take care of that first. Let's take something out to eat. Maybe I'll just have one of these lumps of royal jelly, because why not? I think there's a small chance it can actually increase your max hit points even. It was delicious, but I am not satiated. Try another one. Delicious, but not satiated. This seems to be a pattern. Eventually, I'll get full. Black rotten food. That was a good call you made before. Disperse that. Maybe that shouldn't be my emergency food because it can be rotten. Yeah, that's true. I can just, for famine and pestilence, I can just use a death ray, whether it be my wand of death or my finger of death spell. They'll just get killed instantly. They come back up shortly after, but it's a good way to deal with them. But death himself, I cannot cast death on. It actually makes him stronger. So for anyone who didn't know that, that's how it works. All right, I mean, these lumps of jelly aren't really doing much, but... Okay, I'm satiated. I could probably eat a little more, but usually I just go by the label satiated. There's like an underlying nutrition number. Once you reach a certain threshold, you're satiated. Maybe I'll just eat like 2 more because these things don't really fill you much, it seems like. I shouldn't choke. All right, now it's saying you're having a hard time getting all down, so I'll stop there. All right, now we'll make the ring adjustments, which was going to be take off conflict and levitation. Oh, I'm burdened without levitation. Okay. All right, that's that's why it seems so easy. Okay. So when you're levitating, it lets you carry more. So now I have to readjust equipment. That's fine though. I could probably, like, for starters, I could put one of the life savings in the bag of holding. But let's put on the rings I wanted to put on. Slow digestion and reaction. Okay. I'm gonna throw in some junk. Can't have everything on my person, it turns out. I mean, the potions are quite heavy. Okay, I put in 1 amulet of life saving and blessed potion of full healing. I don't know, I'll throw in a K rations aren't heavy though. I don't know, I'm probably not gonna use paralysis, honestly. I mean, I've heard it's good to use on something. I just don't remember what. I think I might have heard it's good to use on Demogorgon, but I'm not going to find him. Can you use paralysis on these riders like Death? If so, that might be good. God. They have a lot of resistances, I'll tell you that. They don't mention paralysis on the page. That seems like it's probably not a great tactic. Well, what do they say about strategy for Death? Immune to death rays. Can I have their max HP drained? You know what I want to have ready? That scroll of just zap him with magic missiles to disperse. All right, that sounds fair. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, monster detection potion. I have that at the ready already. I'll quaff that right away. The one time I did, again, I beat the game one time before. I think angels or something shot Death because I had conflict and I just killed him and that was it. Then I moved past him and I didn't see him another time. Something like that. I don't know. Holy water I'm not too concerned about needing, actually. Put one of those in. Excuse me. I think I need the money. Let's put 1K ration in. I'm going to drop digging. I don't think I need that. Okay. I'm going to drop crappy rings. Plus 1 ring of increased damage. Plus 1 ring of protection. They don't weigh much at all, but might as well get rid of the totally useless stuff. Is searching going to be useful at all? I feel like probably not. It's only a 3 weight again, though. But you have to search for anything on the Astral Plane, besides like locating the right altar, of course. There are some doors that I think generally you want to blow up. I can just force bolt them, or I think I don't have wands of striking. There's another thing you can use. What is it? Just reading about it. To blow them up. It's nice to blow them up instead of opening them because you can move through them diagonally. No traps or secret doors in Astral, says this person. All right, I'll just drop searching. Okay. I guess I'll drop levitation. That's not going to be useful. All right. Still got to deal with some stuff here. I don't know. I'm not going to use the lenses, am I? The lenses. Stethoscope. I think I'm just going to shove a couple more things in the bag of holding. Magic marker. I'll hold on to it, but I'll shove it in there. I want to have the lamp on my person. I think I'll put stethoscope in there. How are we doing? Still burdened. I forgot about the levitation. That's right, digging. Digging is what I was reading about. My dig spell is not great, so that... But I have force bolt. So I guess that'll be my means of smashing the doors. Right, because I was thinking for a moment, oh, maybe I actually do want to pick up the digging wand again. But you know what? I'll just use the force bolt. Yeah, I'm in my usual predicament. Let's see if there's some junk in my bag of holding that I can just toss. There's definitely... Am I going to use any of these daggers? I think at this point I'd be really desperate for a ranged weapon, but probably not going to happen. There's definitely scrolls here I can toss. 6 scrolls of magic mapping are not useful anymore. I'll dump 5 of them just in case I really want to have one for whatever reason. You think I should dump the 15 daggers? This person has put the cancellation wand in bag that will solve weight problem. Yeah, right. Yeah, I think I'll dump daggers. They are heavy. I'm not going to use them. Let's see if I can start with just dump, just because I don't know. I always have this issue of like, well, what if I actually somehow wind up needing it? So let's see if I can just get away with dumping 5. Yeah, there we go. Though honestly, it's like then I take them out and I'm burdened at that point. So, you know, I'm just going to dump them. It's nice to have that extra buffer, right? Now I need to take out an extra potion or wand that I didn't expect. I don't want to become burdened. So now I'm good. Just can't, I don't have my backup daggers. Oh no. Okay. Any other wands I might want to take out? Unfortunately, I didn't really keep too many. I guess another wand would be good to have if I'm not burdened. Yeah. Wand of death, that is. So I have 7 charges of death in case my power gets low. I guess I might as well start by using the wands. Actually, unless I'm at like max power. I guess I'm ready to do it. Do I have the rings I want on? Let's just confirm free action, slow digestion. First thing I'm going to do is read Cursed Genocide. Then confuse myself and read the Scroll of Taming to make the 11 by 11 radius all my pets Hopefully catching all of the purple worms and maybe some other stuff too. And then I'm going to do breaking the teleportation wand, the one with lowest charges. And then we do it. Thanks, this person said good luck. All right, everybody, here we go. This is the final screen in NetHack. Only my second time getting here. The first time was in December 2020. I did that on the stream too. I won my first time. I've been playing this game since the 90s. So it feels super satisfying to actually get somewhere with it. I'm going to actually turn on the oil lamp before I move forward. Why waste a turn turning it on? Okay, lamp is now on. Anything else I can do? Just going to review all my stuff here one more time. I think it's time to just jump into it, though. All right, thank you, Eric Johnson, who says good luck as well. Yeah, I mean, maybe regeneration could be useful to put on, but I think, let me just think this through a little bit. After I do the slow digestion nonsense, get that out of the way. Purple worms are scared about. Do I want to put on something? I guess probably, I don't know if I want to do conflict, maybe. But I could just do regeneration, so I'm really healing fast. I guess it's probably good to do conflict, even if I get the 4 extra angels summoned or whatever the nonsense is. I'll feel it out a little bit. I'll see how it goes after a few turns or several, a bunch of turns. And if it feels like a little overwhelming, probably conflict's the way to go. But I'm excited to see all the burps on the screen from the the burps from the purple worms. Is it worth using magic mapping at all? I think probably not. The Astral Plane levels, there's 2 alternatives, but they're very similar. I think there's 2, right? I thought there was 2. Okay. So there's the basically these hallways here could be replaced by this part. But otherwise it's mostly the same. It's not mappable. All right, so no point in casting magic mapping. It says right here, not mappable. Okay. So my path is probably going to be, unless some special circumstances like make it difficult, I'm probably just going to head. Well, I was going to say just head this way, but I wonder if I should choose my path depending on which rider. Oh, and I'm going to be, I guess it depends where I appear as well. I'm going to be appearing either here or here. So it almost seems more natural to go like left if I appear here or right if I appear here. Yeah, I guess maybe that's just what I'll do. What is the red door about? As opposed to these brown doors. Oh, red ones are locked. Okay. So again, I'm just going to force bolt my way through those. Yeah, there can be co-aligned priests and angels who may be peaceful, actually. But there can be hostile co-aligned ones that are labeled as renegade. There's no penalty for killing these priests as there is for killing other co-aligned priests. You may be sent tame or hostile angels. If you're generating conflict, your god will send 1 to 4 hostile angels to fight you. If you're not generating conflict and your alignment record is at least 9, your god will instead send a tame guardian angel to assist you. The angel will vanish and will be replaced with the hostile ones if you later generate conflict in his presence. It's probably worth doing that. Conflict is the best as dispersive. It's probably worth just doing that. All right, but let's go and make it happen. Here we go. This is great. All right. No going back now. Anything else? I'm just like ultra paranoid here. Let's just go. All right, I'm on the left side. You activated a magic portal. You feel dizzy for a moment, but the sensation passes. You arrive on the astral plane. Here, the high temple of Anhur is located. You sense alarm, hostility, and excitement in the air. A voice whispers, "Thou hast been worthy of me." An angel appears near you. Okay, here's my tame angel. Now how much room do I need for the reverse genocide? I think I'm good because I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces around me. But just because I'm a big dork, I'm going to check out how Reverse genocide. We create 4 to 6 of the specified monster. I assume that, yeah, I should have enough space around me. I'm not sure if they necessarily always spawn right next to you anyway. Blast monster detection off the bat is disperses tip. Yeah, let's do that. Quaff, capital E. Oh boy. Okay. All right, so we have three riders of the big guys we want to take a look at. Famine to my left. Death to my right. I'm stuck in the middle with you. Pestilence all the way to the right. Okay, so for famine, I can just head to the left and death ray, famine. Here's the high priest. Or the other high priest. Other high priest. Yeah, I don't see their alignment. That's by design. And for those who missed this tidbit, it's kind of important. It's there's 3 altars with a priest guarding each one. The alignments are scrambled, they're randomized. And I'm trying to find the one that matches my alignment. And if I find the wrong one, I have to sacrifice the Amulet of Yendor or offer it on the co-aligned altar. If I find the wrong one, I have to move on to the next. So it can be quite difficult. When I won last time, I went like this: 1, 2, 3. This was the wrong one. I was a lawful samurai. The first one was, I think, chaotic. The next one was neutral. Then finally, the last one was lawful. But I plan on cheating this time. It's actually totally within the constraints of not cheating technically. But I'm going to use the helm of opposite alignment if the first one I find is lawful. The worst case is the first one I find is neutral, because you cannot flip your alignment to neutral. So if I find neutral, I'll move on to the next one, and that's guaranteed to be lawful or chaotic. And so I'll wish for the helm of opposite alignment if needed at that point. Anyway, let's purple worm it, baby. All right, I've never done this before. So let's see. Read Curse Scroll of Genocide. That's lowercase l. Do I want to be confused? I want to be confused after this and read Taming while confused. So first we read lowercase l. I'm going to type purple worm. Just being paranoid, I'm going to make sure there's no stupid like hyphen or something. I'm spelling it wrong. I'm like 99% sure I got it. Yeah, that's it. Purple worm. All right, this is what they call purple rain, folks. Boom. I got 5 purple worms around me. This is awesome. So now the next step is confuse myself, then read taming. Wait a minute, is there any reason to use taming at this point? Because the radius of 11 by 11, is that even going to hit anybody? I guess it would. It's a pretty big box. It might hit some of these angels and stuff. Not confused genocide. Yeah, right. I guess I'll try it. It's really just about wasting a couple turns because I have to confuse myself and then unconfuse with the unicorn horn. Meanwhile, Famine's already like making a beeline to me. Look at that. That's all right though. Probably just read taming, said this person. All right. Okay. Yeah, let's try that then. Let's read taming. Here we go. Angels have magic resistance. Oh, so I can't tame them anyway? Is that the idea? Or it'd be harder to because they have MR. All right, let's do it. Boom. All right, 3 of the 5 became mine, but not all of them. That's probably good enough. But I can cast Charm Monster. Might as well try it again. Let's do Charm Monster. All right, now I got them all. Okay. Now the radius of the broken teleportation one is, I believe, 3 by 3, but is that centered on me? If so, I'm going to miss some of them. Let me just verify that. If you break it. Where does it say this? Oh, I think it's more like a general wand explosion effect. Just adjacent. Oh. So I might want to move myself into a better position. Well, I mean, I guess I'll get 3 now. It's going to be hard to get all of them right around me. I'm probably going to waste a lot of turns if I try that. I guess I'll just use it now. And I'll zap the angel somewhere too. I'll fight people, I guess. All right, so I'm going to do that. I guess having 2 of them hanging around me isn't the worst thing. They're kind of like my bodyguards. All right, so I'm going to break the teleportation wand with the lowest charges, which is, I think, lowercase b, apply, lowercase b, magic whistles, help. Oh, do I have one? I don't think I do. I think I tossed that. Boom. Okay. All right, I think I sent 2 of them around. Oh, 3 of them. I have 6 of them. So these 2 are, there's 2 of them over here and 1 here. All right. I guess we're going to see some burping soon. Honestly, last time I played it, I feel like there was like a much denser mob of baddies. Anyway, maybe there's more to come. Maybe they could be summoned or whatnot. I guess it's time to start going forward, and I will blast death, pestilence with my death ray, rather. I have to remember I can jump. So I'm going to be jumping around as much as I can. I only have unskilled at the kind of spell, so I can only move like this radius here. Basically, the diagonal I can move 2, but if I'm moving straight, I can move 3. And if I want to kind of jump in an L shape like a chess piece, I can do that as well, it looks like. Yeah. So let's start jumping. Okay. You hear some noises in the distance. Burp, burp. That's the purple rain happening. Yeah, I can see why you might want to break multiple wands of teleport. I might want to. Wonder if I should do. I don't want to backtrack though. Maybe I should have done it before. Oh, anyway, let's go. I guess I'll jump a little more, and I can jump 3 to the left, and then I think I'll be in the line of sight of famine at that point. Oh, it looks like he's behind. Is he behind the door? Comparing to the map on the wiki, I think he might be behind the door. Let's see, 1. I'm like right in this spot here. So 1, 2, 3. Huh. Oh, he's like, yeah, he's like right here, I think. So he's behind. He's on the other side of the door. He might just open it though. All right, let's jump. Jumping is costing me 20 power. I gotta not neglect that. Okay. Burp, burp, burp. Nice. The purple worms are doing their job. Yeah, I don't know. I want to put on conflict, but I got these worms near me now. Will they open the door? I guess somebody's gonna open the door if I don't. I'm part of me is wondering if I should just camp here, and if they don't open the door, let my worms keep burping them up. But I think they probably will open the door. I'm gonna step to the left and see how they behave. I'm assuming they're gonna open it, and I'll start blasting if necessary. Famine, move the priest. Oh, they shove the guys out of the way. Famine, move the priest of Moloch out of the way. Riders open doors. Oh, okay. All right, that's good to know. I'll get ready to blast death, I guess. I hope my purple worms can eat death. Eat the riders, I mean. Burp. I am going to camp here a bit, I think, until... Oh, here comes death. All right. Sorry. Pestilence. Famine. Ugh. Open that door. I'm going to blast you. Oh. Okay. Angel of Mala curls a potion of blindness. That's fine. Zap. Finger of death. Up. You kill famine. Finger of death hits the angel. Burp. Hast thou been drinking, or thou always clumsy? Okay. Purple worm. Eat the angel. Summons insects. Oh, God. Might be time to start clearing the way and running for it. Let's do a teleportation blast. Straight up. Oh, look who's back. Okay. Let's death blast him again then. Let me just confirm that is pestilence, right? Yep. Famine, sorry. Getting them mixed up. Getting all my Riders of the Apocalypse mixed up. What kind of a what kind of person am I? All right, so let's start jumping now. Let's start jumping now. Jump onto the priest corpse. Aha! Heroically jumping onto priest corpses. Just checking my map here carefully. Actually, I want to see the jumping radius again. I can go here, I think. Yeah, I can't go one more over, though. See, I should have maybe trained this up a little. That's fine, though. If I trained it up more, I could really go crazy with my jumping. Okay. I mean, it looks like I'm about to get into that left altar area. They teleport next to you. Oh, when they you zap. Oh, that's right. You don't zap. Thanks for the tip. Don't zap teleport at Rider's corpse. They revive them and they teleport next to you. They can't be teleported away. I didn't know the corpse. I knew they couldn't be teleported away because they have teleport control. Apparently, there's like a 1 in 15 chance that the teleport will work, but obviously that's bad odds. But I didn't realize firing at the corpses would do that. So that's a good tip. I'll definitely keep that in mind. So thank you. Disperse. All right, so let's jump again. That's my power. Pretty good, I guess. Excuse me. Wait, I shall polymorph into a grid bug to give thee a fighting chance, says somebody who's taunting me. The angel or something. Angel of Thoth. Yeah, so what I gotta do is, as soon as this peaceful high priest is in my line of sight, I can cast, zap a wand of probing, and then I can, see what alignment is. I guess I should I just use conflict in this? I don't know. I mean, I know slow digestion isn't really helping me right now. Should put something else on. I guess the only downside really is, well, it'll summon a couple of angels in my face right now. I don't. I guess I should just do it. It's going to be better in the long run. All these guys fighting each other instead of me. Purple worms might try to swallow me too, but I can deal with them. They'll still swallow the other guys. Let's do it. I'm going to take off slow digestion. Okay, I got confused, but that's not really an issue. Put on conflict. Okay. I'm winning in about 10 different ways to disperse. Okay, fine. Yeah, this is how I often am. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I need to win in 10 different ways or I'm screwed here. I am confused. I guess I'm going to just unconfuse myself with a unicorn horn. And let's Let's clear the path with Wand of Teleportation. Okay, so now that they're doing the conflict thing. Since you desire conflict, have some more. Sure, fine, jerks. There's that magic missile. Sorry, purple worm. Don't hate me. Let's do a jump. Only go 2 spaces. Okay. Priestess of Anhur gets eaten. Blurb. Priestess of Ptah summons insects. Okay. I'm going to clear the path again with teleport. Okay, got some jerks in my way still. Magic missile. How's my power? Still pretty good. Jump. That didn't work. Oh. Maybe I had it wrong. Oh, it wasn't in my line of sight, I guess. Because I was blocked. I'm not really sure what happened, actually. Yeah, but I think the monster in the way was kind of the issue. Yeah, Priestess of Dawson is in the way. I'm pretty much here, though. Okay, I'm going to zap probing at this one to see what alignment it is. It's chaotic. That's my guy. That's it. I don't even need Helm of Opposite Alignment or any tricks. Okay. What do you do? Just offer it? Let me just make sure I got that right. You do the hashtag or # offer, right? Yep, you offer it. Okay. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's jump again. All right. Next command wins the game, unless I'm missing something horrible. It did say chaotic. The High Priest was chaotic. There we go. Offering it. Can you just look at the altar and it tells you? Oh, yeah, there you go. It's my God. I didn't have to turncoat. Thanks for all your help today. Disperse. It's been fun chatting with you. Thanks for everybody else who's followed me on this journey, such as Eric Johnson and Dan the Man and Ryan and Verdant's son. All you good folks. Stu popped in once in a while. I know Arturo's been here once in a while. Vanity Wish. I'm not going to do a Vanity Wish. I'm just going for it. That's a fun idea, though. Offer the Amulet of Yendor, the real one, to my God, Anhur. Yeah. An invisible choir. Let's read the whole thing. You offer the Amulet of Yendor to Anhur. An invisible choir sings, and you are bathed in radiance. The voice of Anhur booms out, "Mortal, thou hast done well. In return for thy service, I grant thee the gift of immortality. You ascend to the status of demigod." Hey, Cheesy Wiz is here too. Thanks for joining, Cheesy. All right, that's that. That's my second win in NetHack. It was fun documenting the entire thing. Every second of the gameplay is on this YouTube channel. I have a whole playlist. I have to update it with this stream. I don't know who's gonna watch the whole thing, but it's pretty cool in a way, I feel like. Yeah, let's go through the formalities of the possessions identify and everything. Cheesy Wiz says, "Is there a cutscene?" No, you don't have cutscenes. You get to admire your equipment and all that stuff, though. But yeah, I got really lucky there, just finding the correct altar the first try. All that work and you get 4 lines of bold text. Says Cheesy Wiz. Hey, maybe somebody could make that suggest that in the later version of NetHack, have like a really fancy ASCII art animation. All right, here we go. Do you want your possession to identify? Part of the problem is there's so many skins to the game, though. So, like, you could have a graphical UI or one of N graphical UI. Anyway, whatever. Let's read over this stuff. Here's all my junk. I mean, I identified, like, I think literally every object I had because I knew the spell of identify. So, no surprises here. An uncursed moist towel. It served me well. All right, here's all the stuff in the. How many extra lives to spare did I have to? I had 5 amulets of life saving, 1 trying to hit the other key. I had 1 around my neck, 1 on my open inventory, and there's 3 in my bag of holding as well. So I could have died a whole bunch of times. But it's kind of hard though. If you're in a position where you're dying, you know, you're probably in trouble for multiple reasons possibly, and you know, you have to grab another one and put it on in time. Anyway, yeah, none of this is surprising. Got a whole bunch of scrolls, spell books, potions of full healing, etc. Some gain level potions, wands, a bugle. I didn't use the bugle to scare monsters. Some oil lamps, etc., etc. Here's all my gems. Yeah, I'm hoping these gems will pump up my score. I'm going to compare my score to my samurai character. I'm going to pull them up so we can compare right away, actually. Because I have that on YouTube as well. So, and we can also look at the number of turns I took to win. I think it took much longer to win, mostly because I screwed up badly with like archliches and stuff who destroyed my armor when I was a samurai, and I really like backtracked and had to like hunt around for more armor and cloaks and stuff. It was a real pain. But yeah, I have my victory screen from when I was a samurai here, and I have the chat from Arturo and Ryan too. But thanks so much again. Let's see. As soon as I pull up the score screen, I'll continue looking at my current guy. Gotta find the right frame here. It's kind of silly. I'll just let this roll while I keep looking here. All right, so I got a ton of gems here. That should add to my score. You want to see your attributes? Sure. Ooga the Wizard's attributes. Background: you were a mage, a level 30 male elven wizard. You were chaotic on a mission from God, a mission for Anhur. It was opposed by Ptah, lawful, and Thoth, neutral. You were in the end game on the Astral Plane. You entered the dungeon 73,512 turns ago. It was the midnight hour. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, the midnight hour. You had a whole lot of experience points. What are we at? 100 million there? Yeah, 100 million. In change, you had all 282 hit points. You had 283 out of 489 energy points. Spell power. Your armor class was negative 35. I found my points from my samurai character, so we'll catch up to that in a bit here. Your wallet was empty. Auto pickup was off because you really need to know if auto pickup was off. Final characteristics: strength 18, dexterity 23, base 18, innate limit 18, con 16, int 25, wisdom 25, charisma 17. Final stats: you were satiated. Yep, famine didn't get to my tummy. You were unencumbered. You were wielding a dagger. You had expert skill in dagger. Final attributes: piously aligned, magic protected, fire resistant, cold resistant, sleep resistant, disintegration resistant, shock resistant, poison resistant, invisible, telepathic, warned, infravision. You had infravision. You were sensing the presence of monsters, invisible to others, stealthy, caused conflict. You could teleport. You had teleport control. You had a moderate defense bonus +9, protected, took half spell damage, very fast, reflection, free action. Your life would have been saved. You were extremely lucky. You had extra luck. Good luck did not time out for you. And this is the rarest thing of all in the heck. You survived. Do you want to count up your creatures, Vanquish? Yeah, let's roll it. Vanquish creatures. Asmodeus, Beelzebub, Orcus, Dweeblex. The Wizard of Yendor 4 times. Did I only really fight him 4 times? Feels like a lot. I guess a lot of times he didn't actually appear. He just summoned nasties. Famine twice. Yeah, Famine was a wuss. Vlad the Impaler, a High Priest. I only killed 1 High Priest. 3 Mastodons, Medusa. And this is where we get to the hordes of stuff. 8 Iron Golems, 6 Storm Giants, a Titan, 4 Glass Golems, 3 Balrogs, 8 Purple Worms, and a partnership in a pear tree. 3 Gray Dragons. A whole bunch more dragons. 23 Minotaurs, 5 Jabberwocks. The Dark One. Wow, it feels like a million years ago where I fought the Dark One in the Wizard quest. 11 Belucatheria, 6 Angels. Let me catch up on the chat a little bit. Dan says, thou art no longer Ooga the Gray, ascend to Ooga the White. Neaton says 2 times, now officially, yeah. Cheesy says you won with full hit points, easy peasy. Yes, somehow I did win with full hit points. All right, you can read this stuff all day pretty much, but let's see. Anything interesting here? 5 Aliaxes, 26 vampires, 35 vampire lords. They killed more vampire lords than regular vampires. 9 disenchanters, 20 aligned priests. 4 Nazgul. I guess they didn't kill all the Nazgul. 33 ghosts, a cave woman, a bunch of elementals, 24 giant zombies, 10 Umber Hulks, 14 gelatinous cubes. I only killed 1 genie. That must have been in the airplane. And when I was in the airplane that time, on the plane of air, that is. 6 Mariliths. I killed more Mariliths than large dogs. I hate to kill the cats and dogs. Sometimes you need to. 12 Tengu, blah, blah, blah. 8 green slimes. 7 succubi. 13 incubi. 32 cockatrices. I found that many of them. 80 gremlins. Yeah, I actually put on a... For those who didn't see, I kind of nuked a bunch of co-aligned peaceful gremlins at one point on the Medusa level by... I turned on a... I cast my light spell and the bright light! Ah! So many of them died that it impacted my alignment and luck. I had to recover from that. It wasn't that hard to do, but it was a bad moment. And I was like terrified of upsetting the gremlins again from that point onward. 65 vampire bats. Delicious brown puddings. Chickatrices, dingoes. Bunch of unicorns. A bunch of nymphs. Human zombies. Yep. Now we're getting to the really weaklings. 54 hill orcs. 65 killer bees. Bunch of iguanas. Red naga hatchlings, other naga hatchlings, kobold mummies, all the way down to 9 newts. And I had 27, 43 creatures vanquished. What did my samurai kill? 3, 40. Oh, my samurai killed 4,740 creatures, so he actually killed a lot more creatures. That's interesting.
I gotta pay attention 4 hours when I said 1.
All right, we're getting to the end of this, though.
So,
list of species genocide and extinct. Yeah, genocide. Multiple different things. I genocide 17 species, and one of them I made extinct somehow. What did I make extinct? That just means you kill so many of them that they're out of the game.
2 amulets of reflection. 3.
It must have been these guys. I don't know how you say the Arenius. What is it, the kind of demon? I think. I must have somehow killed so many of those that they're extinct. That's kind of interesting. Yeah. Huh. Anyway, the rest I genocided because I genocided a couple of full symbols. I guess 3 of them. I genocided Semicolon, which is all the sea monster types like sharks. Right, that way I don't have to worry about these giant eels and whatnot. And Kraken's dragging me into the water and killing me. I genocided all the lowercase h's mostly to take out the mind flayers, but unfortunately a side effect of that is killing all the hobbits and dwarves and bugbears and dwarf lords and dwarf kings. Sorry, hobbits. And the other one I genocided was capital L, all these nasty lich types. So nice to have them not interfere. My conduct, sure. You genocided 17 types of monsters. You never changed form. You used 7 wishes. Yeah, I still had 2 to spare, and I could have rested 1 out of a wands too. So I basically could have done 3 more wishes. I guess, I had some really good luck with wishes though. Like early on, I was like, wow, another wish. Yeah, I killed Frodo. I'm a monster. There are only 3 Areniuses. Okay, that's why. I killed all 3 of the Areniuses. Yeah, sorry, Frodo, but you know, I needed to get the Amulet of Yendor to my god, Anhur. You want to see the dungeon overview? Sure. Yeah, this was the dungeon. I like to take notes when there's special stuff. And like if I drop something, like a glass orb, I take note of that. There was a cursed bag of holding I dropped here, so I took note of that. Or silver dragons, I don't know. Cursed speed boost, whatever. That probably could just fly through this. So what character class do I want to beat the game with next? I've done samurai, I've done wizard. Maybe I'll try like tourist or something. Do you want to see your dungeon? Sorry, that's what I just did. What's next? Goodbye, Ooga the demigod. You went to your reward with 3,354,650 points. And now this is where I can compare to Mr. Samurai. Oh, wow. My samurai did like twice as good. Oh, maybe because I dropped some of these things like the candelabrum of invocation this time.
You can up
Let's compare it all, though.
Carting gold around, but it's heavy, so I didn't even
Oh,
bother.
kind of surprised. I have like a digit off here. I just thought I did so much better this. Oh, my samurai got like almost twice the score. Huh. Anyway, let's see the breakdown. I have the Eye of Ethiopia worth 10,000 points. Come on, I keep pausing my other video and it doesn't take. There we go. Bell of Opening. Yeah, I guess I lost points for dropping the Book of the Dead, but it looks like I dropped that as a samurai too. Candelabra by drops, which is worth 12,500. But it looks like, I don't know, maybe because I just killed so many monsters as a samurai, I got more points. Could that be it? I definitely won in a lot fewer moves. I mean, this is not a great number of moves. There's some players who could win in a lot less than this. But my samurai won in 131,000 moves, so I won in 73,000 now. So in terms of that, I did a lot better, I guess. Yeah, I figured hauling up all these gems, I would get a lot more points. It was kind of like a secondary goal I had, was to improve my score over last time. You get points for killing things to disperse. All right, yeah, so maybe it was just that mostly. Huh. I killed a lot fewer enemies. I mean, it's not bad or anything. Just surprised. Because my thought was I'm going to haul up a bunch of gems this time, which I didn't really do last time at all. So I will have a lot more points. That's not how it is, I guess. 5 amulets of life saving. Okay, that's it. The game exits. And here is Ooga the Wizard on the top of my local high score list. This game I played on a server, actually, my last game with the samurai. It was actually funny because the server was going to close down that game. So I actually was cramming in a stream at not my usual time. It was like Sunday afternoon. Because I was like, I don't know when the server is going to be taken down. It's going to be taken down sometime today. So I better finish up my game. It was part of a NetHack tournament. Maybe, was it the November NetHack tournament? But I didn't finish until early December. Anyway, that's the game. Thanks for hanging out with me, everyone. And what do you see in the what do you say in the chat, guys? Cheesy says you deserve style points. Mark, it's now all about killing. Yeah, they should give you style points. Dan says I was hoping for an end game scene like the end of Summer Games 2, where Ooga flies around with a jetpack amid fireworks. Fill the night sky and blimp flying by and Ooga's name blinking in lights. I think that would be great. Yeah, I want that. And it should be in, like, ASCII art though, obviously. And this bird says you should join the next Nethackathon in the fall. We round robin characters and stream everything all weekend. Yeah, wasn't there just one of those recently? I could try that. I thought about it. Maybe I'll try it. All right. Well, that's Ooga. The Ooga streams are done. This was like, how many parts was there? I stopped labeling the videos with parts. But I think there was like 18, 19, maybe 20 parts. Each one lasting like 3 or 4 hours on average, probably about 3 on average. So that's a lot of hours. Yeah, maybe I'll join next time the Net Hackathon. Cool. That could be fun. All right, it is 12:48 here in New York. I wouldn't want to be up any later than this. So cool. Oh, you have a Discord. That's cool. This person says join the Discord. That's how we announce stuff. Yeah, do you have the link to the Discord there? Assuming you're comfortable with sharing it on the public chat. I'm assuming it's kind of a public thing. All right, Intelligent Gamer's in the house. Hey, Intelligent Gamer. He does his own streams. He focuses on, his name is Casey, by the way. He focuses on Intellivision, as you might imagine. I saw that there was a new, pretty good looking Intellivision game. It looked almost like Load Runner or something. I want to check that out at some point. Yeah, so now that this is done with, I don't know what I'm going to shift gears to next week. I do want to resume the Ultima 4 game that I've left in progress for a long time. So I might do that next week. Yeah, Frantic is the Intellivision game. That looked pretty cool. But let me say peace out. So thanks again, everybody, for following me on this journey. And thanks for all the chatting dispersed tonight. It's always good when I have like a really experienced guy in the chat. But yeah, great stuff, everyone. I'll see you guys next time. So yeah, good night and take care.